Now they can hear me. Now we're good.
Yo.
We're good. So feel free, guys. Lead us on this journey tonight. Introduce yourselves. Let the people that are watching tonight's matchups who they have.
What's going on, everybody? I am the Bread Inferno. I'm joined today. Fu, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty well, Brett. Inferno, I'm super excited to get this cracking, man. My first stab at doing some casting, Call of Duty. Come from the Valorant side, so yeah, pretty excited to see what we got going on over here.
We got a lot of good things going on today. Although Valorant very similar to Call of Duty, wouldn't you say?
Uh, I mean, I think Call of Duty moves a little bit faster. It tends to be a little bit more frantic. Than Valorant does. But yeah, I mean, some of the game types can have their similarities. Call it in Valorant, you pretty much just have one. But yeah, it's enough about Valorant because tonight's all about Call of Duty, and we can get to that tomorrow.
Let's talk about some Call of Duty. Today we got Division 3 and Division 4 matchups. Before we get to that, why don't we talk about Season 2? D3 champs last year, championship match, Indiana Warhawks versus the Scranton Storm. It was all Warhawks, 3-0, the champs.
Yeah.
D4, there was no D4. That's brand new for Season 3, D4. Fu, what do you got to say?
Well, I have watched quite a bit of the Tech League Call of Duty. Just out in the background. Just out of curiosity or whatnot. I just recently have got back into Call of Duty, but most of the games I have watched have been the Indiana Warhawks, and every time that I've seen them play, they've always come prepared, and it's not surprising to me that they actually were able to come out with a win in the Division 3. They always seem to generally have this consensus around being a very well prepared team. So, I'm excited to see, we got some new faces around the league here, and interested to see what they bring to the table, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, like I said, Season 2 there was no D4. Now there is a D4. That just shows you how big the esport company has grown in just that short span of about 2 months. So you got a whole lot of people trying to make a name for themselves, trying to rank up D2, D1. And we'll see what they got today. It's the beginning, so we'll see where we go from here.
Yeah, I mean, alongside of all the original teams that that the esport company had inaugurated with, we do have a list of 5 new teams that entered the fray here. So that's just a testament to how rapidly the company itself is growing, and it's a very pleasing thing, and just really good for esports in general to see a company offer this type of opportunity to amateurs to step in and get a little taste of what competitive gaming is actually like.
Yeah, like you said, this season we got 5 brand new teams. We got Utica Muskrats, we got the Montclair Rams, we got the Annandale Aviators, we got the Frederick Colonials, and the Youngstown Yetis. And of course, 2 of those 5 teams, you're going to see them tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff. Get to see them right off the bat. And from what I understand, they had a couple of clashes in D1 and D2 earlier on this week. So see if they can't exact a little bit of revenge, or if it's just going to be business as usual here.
Oh, yeah. We had on Monday, we had a D1 and D2. It was all Montclair, 3-0. Just completely wiped them clean, D1 and D2. So, Utica, you got some work to do tonight.
Yeah, and I think during the week there, that's going to put a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. That's something that they got to sit around for a couple of days and just marinate with. Coming off, and this is the first time that the company and all the fans get to actually go and see you perform, and to come out and not live up to what you probably feel your potential is. Had to be a disappointing start to their campaign.
Yeah, I mean it's not easy. I'm sure when I was on Monday, I was kind of talking about how you got to be prepared. I thought Montclair was not prepared. Their rosters had come in really late, and it turns out once the game started, it was Utica that was not prepared. You had teams mismatched, going different directions, not working together. Their comms weren't probably what they should have been, and at the end of the day, it cost them.
Right, yeah, and in a team-oriented game here, with the game modes that are typically set forth in Call of Duty matches, that chemistry is really going to come into effect. There's always this know-how of how to operate and maneuver around the map, and and even in round-based things like search and destroy, for instance, of where to set up to defend the bomb sites and how to rotate into there, and get them advantageous positions in order to defend the objective, because slaying power can really only get you so far whenever you rely on an entire team to operate as a unit.
Yeah, like I said, D1, D2, Montclair. We had Jay on D1 and Preem the Dream D2, just absolutely MVP slay. I want to give a shout out to them. They did a hell of a job. They put on a show. It made my job easy. Hopefully in D3, D4, we got some players.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to see some exciting matches tonight. That like I really enjoy the game types that are typically associated with CDL matches. So yeah, hard point. That's a game type that is really, man, it gets considerably frantic. I'm interested to see the team that has done its most homework and to learn how those hard points rotate around the map. How they coordinate using their trophy systems and their tactical grenades to get inside and just control and maneuver around the map and have their way.
Yeah. So a little bit about tonight. We're gonna be playing the best of 5 matches. We're gonna start off on raid. We're gonna be playing some hard point. Then we're gonna switch over to garrison, play some search and destroy. Then we're gonna go back onto raid for some control. And if we got to go to a 4th match, it'll be hard point on Moscow. If we got to go to a 5th match, it's going to be search and destroy on Miami. And if it's anything like D1 and D2, the control match was the difference maker. It was complete mayhem. Montclair absolutely took over and just swept up the dust.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see what this control game type's about because, I can honestly say, forward that I haven't had the opportunity to actually jump into a match and play it. But, yeah, I mean, if it's complete mayhem, I'm all for it because that just makes things super exciting. And, yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how that goes down.
Yeah, so we have some Utica in the chat. We'll bounce back. I mean, that remains to be seen. We will bounce back, hopefully.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. I mean, the only thing you can really do from taking a loss is really just go back to the drawing board, figure out what you was doing wrong. What you could do better, what you can improve on. Just get more cohesive as a unit, and hopefully we'll see you put up a W next time. Yeah.
So all right, we're getting our lobbies set up right now. We can run through some rosters if you want. I'll start off with Utica, who they're starting tonight. We got Solo, their team captain, starting off, followed by Kraz, followed by Zemi, followed by FIFA. That's going to be rounding out the Utica Muskrats. You got Montclair?
Actually, I do not have the rosters in front of me.
No worries. We got it right here. Montclair. Sorry. We already did Utica. Division 3. Dean the Dream. We got another Dream here. Followed by Ego. Oh, boy. Followed by Yanil. Then KX Moi. Rounding out the Montclair Rams. This D3 team. Let's see how we go.
So a lot of dreaming going around, huh?
There's been a lot of dreaming so far this first week of season 3. I will tell you what though, the guy that I'm looking at right now, team captain of Utica, Solo. I have seen a little bit of his play. I did some casting for some scrims just to kind of warm up before the season. Solo put on a little bit of show. So I'm looking at him to do something here tonight.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So you'd say that officially that would be your player to watch in this match here?
Not only the player, I'm looking at the whole team as a whole. I'm you know what? For a prediction, I'm calling it right now. Let's go right to predictions. I'm taking Utica.
Well, I'm gonna actually, I haven't had to. I did watch the VOD, and just seeing how that team, the Montclair Rams, was able to, just have more preparedness. I'm just gonna imagine that's just gonna snowball effect here. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and we'll make it a little bit little bit interesting here, and I'm going to go with the Montclair Rams.
It will definitely make it interesting. I mean, obviously, we can't be biased. We got to call what's going on, but you know what? Low key, I'm going for the Muskrats.
Yeah, well, I'm sure here shortly as we continue to collect the players up, we'll be getting into it, and we'll see what kind of predictions come to fruition here.
Gents in the chat asking for power rankings. Don't have them for D3 and D4. I don't know. You got to talk to the guy that does power rankings. I ain't got none. Maybe next week.
Everybody is number one presently.
Yes.
At 0
you're
and
number
0.
Yeah, shout out to Gents, though. He was on that Indiana Warhawks D3 champ team last year.
That's a W for him. Good job.
All right, since we got a second, I did make a note. I was on other esport company news. I was hanging out in the Rocket League stream from Wednesday. I tell you what, that is a sleeper game right there. I don't know if you've played any Rocket League, Afu, but it's been out for longer than I can remember. I remember playing this game when it was a beta, and I absolutely hated it. I was watching on Wednesday, and that looked like a fun ass game.
Man, I could tell you that I love Rocket League, but I am absolutely awful at it. So, I usually get hard carried by my buddies that are, high elo. Just in the, I've never played a ranked game, but I'm a big fan of hockey, big fan of soccer. I've played the basketball game type on there too. So, fast cars and the slamming around, and yeah, that game is just insane. But yeah, I mean, it is a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm not very good at it. I can't hit the ball in midair 9 times out of 10. And when I do, I just take it
terrible.
as a win. Yeah,
I'm absolutely terrible. I'll tell you what, though, it was fun. I'm terrible. It was fun to watch. Director and Ducky did a hell of a job calling the shots. But it was fun to watch.
Yeah, I've watched, especially because being one of the Greensburg Guardians here, we have a pretty high, expectation of our Rocket League team, and they go out there and they perform week in week out. So I always love watching the Rocket League games because it's another one of those games that's just so frantic and exciting. Yeah, good stuff, man. I would recommend that, even if it's not a game that you were particularly, into, I guess would be a word to say there. I would recommend stopping in and checking out some of the streams of some of these other games, see what they got going on, and seeing, a little bit of the culture that surrounds, some of the other titles that, are premiered here on the Esports Company Twitch channel. There's a lot to be taken from, all facets of competition that we have here. So yeah, just a recommendation. Obviously you guys are here to watch some Call of Duty tonight, and hopefully, maybe you'll stop in, watch some Valorant, some Rainbow, some Rocket League, some League of Legends if you're into that. I watched a league match last night. Those two guys, Huey, did a great job, man. What a fine understanding of the game. It was just an absolute pleasure just to watch the broadcast. So.
Yeah, I think League of Legends, another one of those games. I've never played it, but I've watched a lot of it. It's exciting to watch. I don't know if I was behind the controls trying to navigate. I don't think I would do it, but hell, watching it is fun as hell.
I play a lot of League of Legends. Just as fun. I'm hard stuck iron in that game. I'm not even no cap error. Not very good at that game either. See, that's why I like to sit on this side. Like I have what I like to call big brain, no aim. You know what I mean? So I just don't. I have the knowledge of how to operate in these games. I just don't have the reflexes as when I was a lot younger to keep up with like all the the new generation of gamers that are coming in to just have these like absolutely unreal reflexes. That But I still go out there and have fun. But playing League of Legends, man, when those team fights start happening around the river, and just watching how the certain lanes start roaming and the jungler starts ganking lanes, and uh, what an incredible esport that is to watch too. Like I've watched almost every pro league match for the past 3 years, and I've not gotten any better at the game. But I've surely learned a lot more. But yeah, I mean, watching the guys cast last night, man, and their understanding of the game and how well they meshed. It was such a pleasure to experience.
All right. A lot of people asking when we starting. We're trying to get started. We'll be starting soon. We're trying to load up the lobbies. People in the chat saying I got the wrong roster for Utica. If someone could, well, I mean that's just what I got in front of me, but I don't know what to tell you. So somebody messed up, not me though. I never mess up.
Yeah, well, if somebody could, one of the Utica reps, just go ahead and message us over the appropriate D3 roster, we'll be happy to address that.
Yeah, hop in my Discord DMs. If the D3 Utica captain solo, that's who I have as the captain. Give me your damn roster.
Yeah, but I'm super excited. Like with hardpoint being the first up on the docket here, it's one of my favorite game types. So what are you, anything in particular you're looking for, since we got the time to kill here while we're waiting on, the players to jump up into the lobby? Like, what are you particularly looking for here with the, in this hard point matchup?
Oh yeah. Hard point. Definitely. It's, I'm happy that it's starting things off. Hard point is chaos. And then to just go ahead and hit the brakes and pull a 180 to search and destroy is a definite mind control to these teams and see how they react. I'm looking at what I'm really going to look at, like I said before, is this control map. It's new to the Call of Duty League this year. It's new to a lot of teams, so I can't wait to see how these teams are going to react to when we get down to control.
Oh yeah. So now, is there like a lapse? Because every time I've played Hardpoint, it just seems so frantic to me that I don't even know if does one Hardpoint immediately switch to the other one, or is there any amount of time that they get to rotate?
No.
From one to another. It's just like bing bang boom.
It's big bang boom. You got to know where these hard points are, and you'll hopefully see that as these teams start to make the rotation. When there's about 10 seconds left, you should hopefully start to see these teams rotate to the next hard point, because as soon as that hard point's done, the next one kicks in. And you know what? If you need points, someone from your team better be on that next hard point.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was almost certain, but I didn't want to make the assumption that that there wasn't any time lapse, because it wouldn't have made sense to me anyway. So I guess the way I would go about rotating to either one of them is the general consensus is to know where the next one's coming, right? Like that's rule number one, is knowing where that next point's going to spawn. And then number two, like I guess you don't really want to rotate too early to just let them come, or let the enemy team come behind you, and just clean up whatever points are left to be given from that original hard point. And so it's a very delicate dance between each one of the points then.
Yeah, it's definitely again, it's on the communications. I mean, you don't want to have your whole team leave and leave one guy alone and get pinched. It's definitely going to be on communication, the knowledge of the map, knowing where the hard points are, is really going to be a difference maker.
Right. And then each one of those, and if I'm not mistaken, each hard point lasts exactly 1 minute or 59 seconds, right?
Something like that. Something like that.
And yeah, so
Nasty's asking for the maps. So the maps that I have, we're going to do raid hardpoint number 1. That's starting off. Then we're going to go to garrison, search and destroy. Then we're going to go back to raid for control. Then if we have to, round 4, Moscow, another hardpoint. And then if we have to, Miami, search and destroy. That's what I have for D3.
okay. And so it looks like I was given an updated roster for the Muskrats here.
Cool. Let's go.
So go ahead and tell me, fellow Muskrats out there, if this is incorrect. But I have Solo, Davey, Manny, and Not Soul. If that's what we have now for the D3 roster for the Muskrats.
Control was in Black Ops 4, I believe it, but I don't think it was. Was it in Call of Duty League? That's what I'm not sure. I don't think it was. Either way, it's new for Season 3 Esport Company. Done.
So a little bit of history about the old boy Afu here. I actually played in the very first Call of Duty tournament that ever was played for the original PC release when I played for a team called Anxiety. And we took second place on that, lost a tough search and destroy match on Rail Yard, which was that's back when it ran on the old Quake engine. Yeah, I mean, so I played that in, the original Call of Duty and the United Offensive expansion that came out with that. So those were good times, different time in gaming back then.
Well, damn, I thought I was the boomer of the Esport Company.
Yeah, I've done a lot, man. I've played a lot of Unreal Tournament 99, Quake 3, every Unreal Tournament actually, up to 3. I played Counter-Strike 1.0 all the way to CS:GO. I've played quite a few competitive games, but that experience with the original Call of Duty release and playing through the campaign, it really starting to set a precedent for how gaming was going to evolve over the next decade or so, even 2 decades. It's to go back and take a look at it then and to come back to it now, which it was so groundbreaking at the time. Like the graphics were just phenomenal. The game worked so well. It ran so cleanly. And, back then I think there wasn't a lot of these game types that exist now. At one point they did come along, or the hard point mode, which was called something different back then, I want to say. But the hard point mode was just like beginning in like one of the 4th or 5th patches that was released. Yeah, I mean, there was none of this like grinding for classes or I mean, like for banners or player cards or whatever you want to call them, or camos for your guns or anything. You simply were just playing because you love to play the game. But it has come so far now, and now it's just so much more focused towards like the competitive aspect. And I really do like the fact that they added the grinding aspect to the games, because it really just gives you something to work towards. A little bit of recognition for your accomplishments. But yeah, I mean, those were good times, man. Yeah, older than I look, I guess.
I also got to say that, I mean, because I started way back, Call of Duty 2 was the first Call of Duty that I played. But I mean, it wouldn't be Call of Duty if there wasn't just a little bit of ego involved.
Yeah, that kind of comes with the territory of the, that seems to be the culture that surrounds the game. I mean, you see even like the ego chow, like player cards in Warzone when I'm going through, which I do thoroughly enjoy playing Warzone. Like, I think that game has it's always broken, but it's still, fun to drop into Verdansk here and there. especially if you got a squad that you regularly run with, and just go. Sometimes just jumping in and just acting up and ruining people's days. Like it's kind of like living the life, man. Like uh, again, not very good at that game. I get hard carried by the Division One Greensburg Guardian Warzone team captain, all the time. So shout out to my boy Bubby if he's out there listening. Thanks for all the carries in Warzone. But yeah, good times.
Yeah, all right. Like I said, we're getting the players in the lobby, and I'm already seeing that. I think I have the wrong roster for the Muskrats as well, but hey, we'll let it go. But hey, you guys were about 100 in the chat right now, firing up the chat right now. Hey, let's sit back, go get your popcorn, go get your chips, your dip, maybe some guac, maybe get a frosty beverage, and sit back and relax. We're gonna get a show going for you here.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm ready to get it going here. I'm looking at all these like ranks that Seth's going through the list, collected everybody, and there's somebody in there that is a level 1000 already. Like, wow, that is incredible. Like, how much grind? Like, have you shut the game off yet to get to level 1000?
How many hours of gameplay have you logged?
Like, I thought I played a lot here, and I bounced back and forth between League and Valorant and the Genshin Impact or whatever I feel like playing. Like I'm like level 100 on the dot, or 101 now I think, because I played a couple of games this morning. But
all right, looks like we got all of our players.
Well, let's fire it up. I'm ready to see some Call of Duty League.
Preem the Dream also started up on COD 2. What up, brother? Preem the Dream, the star, D2. Montclair Rams in the chat. What up, Preem? Yeah, we're getting ready to get D3 going real soon. Any second now. Yeah, Muskrats has a solo and a not solo. Cool. All right, here we go.
Not so. If I'm not mistaken, Raid was a map that was on a previous Call of Duty. Am I mistaken?
Absolutely, it was. I believe it was Black Ops 3. I'm sure the chat will correct me because I'm probably wrong. Here we go. Davey coming up the left side, going right for that hard point. We're muted. Not muted. Here we go. Contested. Davey goes down. Is that Mrego? And I also Kimoy. On board with Kimoy here. Goes down by Davey. Ray goes down. On board with Solo. Here's my boy Solo. Coming around the right-hand side. Oh, he turns around. Carnage now.
Not to be confused with Not Solo.
So far, we are all squared up. 10-10. Kimoy and Rego holding down the fort. Kimoy decides to break off, coming around the middle. Don't know what he was doing there. Don't know the strat.
It looks like that first hard point was coming to an end there, and they started rotating off of it there. Trying to set up into the next position here, which is contested at the present time.
I'm liking the Montclair Rams strategy here. They've come ahead on the lead. They're staying positive in their KD. Oh my goodness, Kimoy tries to make something happen. He goes down. Anarchy says no one is 1,000 legit yet, so we might need to check on that rank. We'll do that after this match. Here we go. Not Soul, leading the team right now. He's in the hard point. holding it down, holding it down. Utica has taken a lead here. Just like that. Just like I was saying, you need to know where that next hard point is. Montclair Rams have taken it. Trophies are down.
Yeah, and Solo was just actually killed for the first time in this match here very recently. He was at a 4-0 kill to death ratio there, and somebody was finally able to take him out.
The KD definitely makes a difference here, but probably not. It's not everything in this game mode. All right, we're seeing Montclair still holding down the hard point here, but it is contested by Utica.
Yeah, it looks like it's just one ram. They're trying to fend off a wave.
Just slams the double for control of the hard point. There they go. Here comes the next hard point. They're already getting set up. Trophies are down. Not Soul coming in. He goes down. Wurzig, Carnage, and Rego all on the hard point. All Rams on this one.
Yeah, Montclair just seems to have like a better understanding of how these are rotating around. Like they were already set up before that, with their trophy systems down pretty much before that hard point even came up.
Yeah, I'm getting word that Wurzig, Kimoy, and they were all Indiana boys, all on that Indiana D3 champs squad. So we definitely have some champions on this Montclair team here. Whoever did the recruiting on this Montclair should definitely get a raise next season.
Yeah, not to mention the chemistry that comes along with playing a previous season.
Yeah, just taking a look. You can look at the objective times between Montclair and Utica. It is a completely different story on each team here. It's definitely not out of the bag for Utica. They can definitely come back.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're climbing back into the match here. To cut the lead down to about 9 now as the contest comes on.
Not Soul goes down. Regular Soul comes up. Carnage trying to pull a little ninja perk on him. Kimoy's with him. Got about 9 seconds left in this hard point. Let's see what Montclair does. Just like that, Utica took the lead. Let's see what Montclair can do with this next hard point. They're setting up, and there it is. They're on it.
Yeah, this hard point going down here towards the southern part of the map, around that empty fountain area.
Just like that, it's neck and neck right now. I'd like to see Kimoy pick it up a little bit. He's 7-14 with only 18 seconds on the objective. He needs to play a little bit smarter. And the Muskrats here have just taken complete control of this match.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a certain role that a couple of the players are playing here, because it seems I see that Solo over there has 4 seconds of objective time, but he's I don't know if he's playing some form of forward position to try to just prevent him from even approaching the hard point.
Yeah, like I said, it's this, especially on this map, or I guess in Call of Duty League to begin with, it's all about communication. What are these guys saying to each other? You gotta where the enemy's coming from? Where are you rotating? Where's the next hard point? I wish. Oh, can we get in there and listen? Probably not. We don't have that technology.
He's it's 111 to 137, 38 climbing here. And what is it? 250 is a win.
Yeah, this match is going to go to 250. Utica is really coming away with this right here now. Not Soul was on up, just taken out. Wurzig now. He's gone. Davies on it. You can look at Davey now 18 and 17 on a 2-kill streak, but over a minute on the hill.
Yeah, there's three of the Utica Muskrats now approaching, or either over a minute or approaching up to a minute on the objective. And if you look on the other side, there's only one player that's plus a minute for the Montclair Rams on on the objective time now. And this gap is getting, and they're starting to cut into the gap here a little bit, which is something that they vastly or desperately need to do to keep stay into this game and not let the Utica Muskrats run away with it.
Just like that, Utica came in there and wiped the floor of the Rams and taken over this hard point. Look at this. For 30 seconds, they're going to eat up all this time. Montclair, they're not even spawned in. Look at this. All Utica. All Utica. Davey doing his best Tom Brady impression with that grenade. Carnage here trying to circle around. Looking for his shot. He knows somebody there. He hears him. On board with Manny. Manny takes him out. Rego, the sole Ram on the objective. He's in trouble right now. He's in big trouble. He's out. Wurzig, though, takes over. Wurzig trying to hold on to this. Every second the Montclair Rams get is not a point for the Utica Muskrats.
Yeah, you definitely, even if you aren't gaining any points, denying them is just as effective in some circumstances.
Yeah, this hill is all Montclair right now. Until Solo comes in and says, "No, it's my hill." Here he is. He's looking left. He's looking right.
Yeah, Utica is now past the 200 mark, in terms of the point category here. So it's the Montclair Rams need to really start, getting it into gear and cutting into this lead and taking over some of these hard points.
I feel like it was just 10 seconds ago, I just saying that Utica needed to do exactly what Montclair needs to do. Get it in gear. Let's go. Utica, again, all over this hard point.
Yeah, pretty back and forth game here. Up until now, but the time's starting to slowly ticking away for the Montclair Rams to, get back into this here.
Yeah, if Utica can hold this hard point, the game's over. Or this match is over. Only 8 points left. Rams there you go. Rams got in. They contest. And they have taken over. Carnage and Chemoy have taken over.
Yeah, and right now they're going to have to start thinking about how they're going to get over to that next hard point without giving any points over to the Muskrats.
Exactly. And it looks like Utica is already there right when this switches over. 3 Utica Muskrats waiting. Soul, Manny, Davey, all there. It's over.
Yeah, so that's a first round win there. Map win for the Utica Muskrats. Quite a back and forth match there. I'm glad to see them come out and all the talk about the Rams and how their Division 1 and 2 teams were doing on Monday. Said come out and make a statement and say, hey, we're here and we can play too.
Holy cow. That was a hell of a first match. It was really back and forth for a majority of that match. But Utica just turned up the dial, turned it up to 11.
Yeah, I like at the end there, the recognition by the Muskrats to say, hey, we've dug into this enough where that we kind of have to force their hand to stick to this hard point and not let us get any more points. So why don't we just go ahead and we'll just go wait for the next one. And by the time that the hard point switched over to the fountain one day, they were already all sitting there waiting. It was just an easy seven more points to clean up for the win there.
Yeah, we had so now we're going to switch over to search and destroy now, which I'm curious as to how this is going to go now, because now you need a uncoordinated, or I guess I should say it looked like an uncoordinated Montclair Ram team. They need to get it together, because search and destroy is all about communication. It's all about teamwork. to plant that bomb or defuse that bomb.
Now, this is a game type that, that I'm very much used to here. And I'm interested to see, like I said, coming from the Valorant side of things, that this is the game type more or less that, that Valorant really is. So I'm interested to see if they actually have, like, strategies that they execute at certain times, and how they go about using their grenades and their utilities that they have with them in order to like execute these strategies. Because the one thing that I'm interested to see here that you don't see like going around pub stomping in Call of Duty is somebody going to use a smoke grenade, especially in Search and Destroy. Like if somebody uses a smoke grenade, I'm going to be absolutely thrilled to see to see that actually happen.
So I'm sure the chat can confirm this for me, but I think the smoke can only be used in Search. Maybe can someone give me the positive confirmation on that? But in the meantime, here we go. We're starting off with Utica. Utica grabbing the bomb. Davies got it. Led by Solo.
And it looks like it's just going to be a full send here, which... Nope. Okay, they slowed it down.
Yeah, they're going. It looked like they were going straight to B, but Montclair was right there.
Right on time too. A smoke grenade. I see it. Okay, I see you, Call of Duty players.
Trying to take control of this bridge. Manny knows there's someone there. He can hear him. Davey still holding the bomb. It is 2v4 right now. Davies down. Solo and Manny. Kemoy's got the defense. Solo trying to pick up for his teammates. There he goes. He's taking control of that bridge. He hears carnage. Solo trying to make something work here. Trying to make it work. Oh, but from behind, no eyes in the back of his head. Montclair.
Yeah, that was the old do-si-do there. I was, they can't see it on their screen, but as he ran back into that control room area, I saw the Montclair ran to his right as he was flanking around to the left. So it was only a matter of time. Like I'm not sure. Like I know that there is the ability to walk in this game. Now, is that something that typical Call of Duty players like have even binded to a key to walk?
That's a good question. Maybe we can ask the players after the match.
Chat, can somebody answer me that? Like, how many of you guys who play Call of Duty have your walk key binded? Because I know there's a walk function in the game, but it's always Call of Duty running.
Actually, Call of Duty League, it's controllers only, no mouse and keyboard.
Okay. Is it binded to a button then? We'll say that instead of a key.
Montclair, sitting, waiting. Davey, waiting for his opportunity. Rago, holding on to that bomb. Kemoy trying to make something happen for the team. Sees Not Soul, puts a couple bullets in him. Not Soul backs up. Oh! Just like I was talking about, the eyes in the back of his head. Here's Solo coming, turns around and pops him. One smoke and Search and Destroy. That's the rules.
And it also said it could be used in TDM.
Rago dropping the plant. Planted at B. Let's see what Montclair can do. That
was a nice flank too. Get the bomb down and then just pressure up forward from where he thought that the remaining muskrat was going to be. That was a pretty heads-up play. Pretty aggro. Loved it. Good stuff.
Look at Rago there, just controlling the situation. Hell of a play by Rago. Gets the double kill, drops the plant, swings around, and slaps him.
Yeah, just the knowledge and gusto to, as soon as you plant the bomb, to just press up the map and pick up that last remaining frag, as you know that since the bomb went down, tendencies to hop up, onto that platform there and take a peek. And he just outflanked him. Good, great play.
All right, here comes Utica. Davey with the bomb again. You have a split squad here. Most of the squad going B. You got Manny going A. Setting up a defense. Let's see what they can do here. On board with Kimoy. Now on board with Not Soul. Both teams playing very defensively right now. Rago takes out Solo. Switches it for Davies. Wurzig trying to control that bridge. Carnage, long distance, gets Not Soul. I like to see the trophies are out. Davey keeping control of that bridge. Davey and Manny got to make something happen here. It's 2v2. Davey goes down. Now Manny 1v2 doesn't have the bomb. Let's see what he can do. He knows where it is. Oh, just like that, picked off right when he peeks the bridge. Good night, Utica.
Yeah, the Rams really showed me something here. They seem to more adept to play this game type. Really seems to fit the style that they're going for here. They're in the positions that they need to be. They're set up in where they need to be, and peeking the corners that they need to be peeking at exactly the right moments.
All right, here we go. On board with Rago. Rago grabs a bomb. Montclair doing a similar push. Most going to B. You got just Wurzig going A side. Not Soul sees him. He's down. Kimoy with the little bunny hop and slap, but gets traded by Manny. Just like that, it's 1v2 on board with Carnage here. Carnage doesn't have the bomb. He needs to... Hopefully there was communication. He knows Solo's up there. Looks like he's in a bit of a pinch now because Solo knows where he is too. Don't peek it. Carnage trying to do a little ninja underneath the bridge. Manny sitting, waiting, listening. It's all on Carnage. He's got a plant. Look at him. Look at him crawl. He's planting. Does Manny know he's there? Yes, he does. And oh my goodness, he's done.
Oh, we have a correction from the chat. The guy's name is Mr. Ego, not Rico.
Oh my good. Oh god.
L.
Get some F's in the chat.
Yeah. Respect.
Rip in the chat. My bad, Ego. I apologize.
That is
all right. Here we go. Davey picks up the bomb, going straight B side, but Kimoy's there. Ego goes down. Solo trying to take control of that bridge. Wurzig also there. Davey just kind of sitting and relaxing, waiting for the call out from his team. It is all Utica here. It's 1v4. Let's see what they can do with it. Are they going to go for the plant? Davey's planting. Wurzig needs a miracle.
These are those times where we call upon them to clutch or kick, right? And it wasn't able to clutch out that round there. The Muskrats starting to, work their way back into this game, maybe figuring out a little bit of what the Montclair Rams have, dialed up for them. Starting to, see their setup. So let's see if, Montclair starts changing up their formation a little bit of how they're, going about their business and, see to try to counteract, them starting to get the book on them here a little bit.
All right, here we go. Mr. Ego picks up the bomb. Rams going B-side again. Seems to be the popular go. They want this bridge. They want control of this bridge. Mr. Ego's there. He's looking. He's waiting. Solo on the other side of that bridge. Listening. I'm liking the strat here. Look at Manny. Manny's on a 3-kill streak right now. That's huge. If you look on the Rams, zero kill streak. Solo gets first blood. Solo's on a 3-kill streak, but gets taken out by Carnage. Or that's Ego. That's Ego.
Yeah, Mr. Ego doing exactly what his name.
Ego double
that was
kill.
such an Ego peak if I've ever seen one. Just sliding in there, guns blazing.
Still on board. Oh, Davey. Davey heard him coming. They know where the bomb is now. Oh, but it wasn't enough. Montclair. That's where the comms come in. Looking at this string by Davey here. That was one. Drops down. Boom. Ego down. But the problem was Ego made the call out. That's what it's all about. Pressure's on now for Utica. They need to win this one.
Yeah, it's starting to get here to crunch time. You know, the 2-4 game with the Montclair Rams leading the Muskrats here in the Search and Destroy, which is game 2.
All right, here we go. Solo, first blood again. Davey holding on to that bomb. Looks like this has been their strat. Carnage! Carnage busts out the sniper and pops not Solo. Carnage rocking that Tundra. Just like that. Evens it up. Nope. Evens it up again. 2v2. It's Manny and Davey versus Carnage now. Let's see what he can do. He's going to try and take the high ground, but I think they're going to try and plan it B. Davey's making the move in. He drops the smoke. Or is he pulling a fake? Is he going to wrap around? I don't know what he's doing. Carnage is going left, right. He don't know what he's doing. He's looking at A. He's looking at B. Now Davey's moving into B. But Manny moves right in and slaps him. Just like that. Exactly what Utica needed right there.
Yeah, it's starting to pulling within one round here, making a game out of it after, you know, it was they were down what, 3-0, 2-0.
Just like that, clutch or kick. All right, here we go. Mr. Ego picks it up and runs with it. They're doing a split. We got 2 going B, 2 going A. Utica running all A. Let's see what happens here. Not Soul comes in and just they trade off there. Wurzig and Solos trade off. Carnage with the nade. Just like that, Solo wipes them all out. Kimoy, the only one from the Rams left. This is huge. 1v1. Oh, Kimoy. He got caught reloading at the wrong time.
Yeah, not a particularly good place to try to reload your weapon there. You know, I'm not sure if he had the awareness where the enemy player was, but certainly, you know, in hindsight, you know, he's probably going to look back at that and wonder why he just didn't decide to step around that corner to reload the weapon at least, because he's kind of out there on an island.
And just like that, we've got a match on our hands, boys and girls. 4-4 tie. Davey picking up the bomb again. He's our bomb guy for Utica. Again, we got 3 going B. We got just Manny going A side. Wurzig with the first blood. He takes out Manny. Manny was a sitting duck there. Wurzig waiting. Waiting for the call-outs from his teammates. Taking control of this bridge. But Davey, just like he always did, he's dropping down below. Waiting for to get the word that B is clear. He's the only one left, though. He ain't going to hear nothing right now. Davey takes out Ego. Davey takes out Carnage. 1v1. He's got to plant or kill. Let's see what he does. Is he going to be a little sneaky? He's trying. No, he's wrapping back around. Does he know he's there? Wurzig knows where he is now. Let's see what happens. That's it. Good play. Good play by Utica. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that was a particularly good challenge for him to take up there at that range, I think. Even though the high ground, he didn't have the high ground there. After he was able to get the drop on him after he slid past that doorway, to just go ahead and push forth and put the pressure on him because he's going to be stuck up there, and on that bridge. Good challenge by him.
Holy cow! All right, so this is it for Utica. They need to hold this. Mr. Ego taking the bomb for the Rams. Playing a little defense. Look at Davey, just relaxing in his spot. He's holding down that B bomb, making sure nobody comes down there. Wurzig looking, waiting. A very defensive Montclair. Let's see what happens here. Waiting for the Mr. Ego gets the first blood on Not Solo. Taking control of that bridge. That's exactly what Utica wants. But Manny, just like that, he's the only one alive for Utica. Montclair trying to make something happen. It's 1v4. Mr. Ego, where's he at? Is he He's planting B. He plants, but gets taken out in the process, but it's still 3v1. Manny's going nuts right now. Not good enough, though. Holy cow.
So here we are. Crunch time. 5-5 match. One round hanging in the balance here for the win. Couldn't have drawn it up any better here.
Wow, look at Ego taking control. Mr. Ego taking control of the bridge, slaps him. Good play on Mr. Ego. Appreciate the chat on fixing his name. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, as they say. Here we go.
I've heard you're the most dangerous, though.
Oh, maybe if we're baking bread, yes. But here we go. Davey goes down quick. Ego still holding that bomb. Manny's spotted. He's gonna wrap around. He's gonna change his strat. Kimoy watching that tunnel. Wurzig. Where's he at? Wurzig watching B. Watching the middle. This is it. Whoever takes this is gonna take the match. If I'm not correct. Kimoy sitting, waiting. He might know Manny's there. Manny's doing it's a stalemate over here. It's a complete stalemate. Wurzig catches Not Soul peeking. Watching Manny again. Here we are. Oh, no, we're over at Kimoy. Kimoy sees Solo. It's only Manny. 1v2. Montclair was able to plant at B. Let's see what Manny can do here. Not much. Game over.
Yeah, good job to the Rams there to after jumping out to an early lead in the match, and the Muskrats were fighting tooth and nail, clawed their way back into it. For them to buckle it down and hang on for the win there. So now we got a series standing at 1-1. So it's shaping up to be considerably exciting, and now it's time for me to finally see what this control thing is all about.
Holy moly, that was a hell of a search match right there.
They don't get closer than that.
These two teams went back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, so let's we're getting ready for control. We're gonna pop back on raid for control. If it's anything like that match, this is gonna get real interesting. Real interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I haven't seen it, so I'm interested to find out what this game type all about here.
Yeah, so we're all right. So we'll run it back. We're watching D3 right now. We're watching Utica Muskrats take on the Montclair Rams. The series is currently tied 1 apiece. We're getting ready to hop into game number 3. It'll be a game of control on Raid. Not Garrison. Yeah, let's change the map. Thank you.
Little bit of trolling from the production here, hovering on Armada.
Oh man, that was yeah. So that we definitely seen it. We saw a different, 2 different teams there from match number 1. Comms looked like they got them dialed in, but here's the ultimate test.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're gonna make sure everybody spawns in. This was an issue on Monday with D1 and D2. We got to make sure everybody spawns in. There we go. Perfect. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, but even though the Montclair Rams were able to win the last match, got to give a nod to Solo. He was doing a little bit of carrying. So let's see if he can help his team to a victory in this match here.
Just like that, Muskrats burned all their respawns. Montclair trying to cap. Utica trying to cap. They got 1 bar at A. Just about halfway at bar 2. Don't know what Kemoy was doing there. Only Wurzig left. Trying to cap B. And just like that.
Oh, so it's like round-based domination. Okay, I see.
That's what I'm just like that. It's over. You only get 1 respawn here.
Very.
Holy cow.
Very interesting.
But look at Solo. Look at Solo. 3-0. Right there. Uh-oh, hold on, what happened? Some technical difficulties. Kamoy, not Kemoy. Now you guys told me it was Kemoy. Can I get an official word? What you guys told me? Yeah, we hear you. I was wondering what was going on there. I was just calling what I was saying.
Yeah, so there was no lives there, apparently, so.
All right. No worries. Let's a minor glitch. Let's get it straightened out. We'll hop right back in. Solo made something happen in that first round. Unfortunately, it means nothing. But like I said, I casted a little bit of Solo in some scrims. That dude can bring it. So I'm keeping my eye on him.
Yeah, he's certainly been performing well, thus far in both of the matches that have been played. It seems to have a very, good knowledge of like what his position is supposed to be. The role that he's playing, and ultimately, bringing it down with the slaying power as well. So. Yeah, it's been a joy to watch him. Certainly, leading his team, and sometimes it just takes a player to really put him on the back and carry him.
Everyone's saying hard carry Solo.
Yeah, sometimes it also that having somebody on your team performing well also gives you or makes you want to perform for them as well. So we'll see if that starts translating, across the kill death ratio for the rest of the Muskrats as well.
Yeah, like I said, we're tied 1-1 going into this third match of control on Raid here. Both teams looking to up their advantage. And it looks like we will be going to Moscow for some hard point.
All right, we should be good now. We're gonna CDL control
All right, looks like we're all set. We got our glitch fixed, maybe not. It's the old the raid glitch. Okay, there you go. All right, we're good. We're good. Let's dive in. Come on. All right, here we go. Hanging out with Davey here. Looks like all Utica going B side. Montclair all going A side. But Solo and Mr. Ego clash in the middle. Solo takes first blood, but ends up getting traded out by Kamoy. Or is it Kimoy? We don't know. Wurzig goes down. All Montclair goes down there. Utica making progress at B and A. At B, they're almost there, but contested. Contested again. Manny, 5 killing spree. Almost getting B.
Yeah, he's done a 6-0 run here, actually.
Holy cow. Manny is on steroids right now.
Yeah, he's one of the 2 players with a positive kill-death ratio. Presently, he also has 7 objective points.
Utica making progress at B, or at A, I'm sorry. They're almost, they got that third bar filling. Solo trying to hold it. His team's there, Davies there. Wow. All Utica. All Utica that match. Manny is a monster. Look at him. 1, 2. Wait. Reload. Wait. Boom. 3. Look at Manny.
Yeah, that was quite the performance there in that round by Manning.
Oh, look at that. Number 4.
Still got more coming, huh? Yeah, a highlight reel that correctly defines that round. Quite the individual performance from him. 9-0.
9-0.
Didn't use a single respawn for his team that round, huh?
Here we go. Similar strats. Montclair going B. Or Montclair going A, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they really sold there on the
Manny, once again, 11-0. Look at him go. 12-0. Let's hang out with Manny for a second here. Contested. Another one. Another one. The trophies are down. He's looking left. He's looking right. Ego trying to make something happen at B. Manny now 13-0.
Yeah, he has more kills presently than the rest of his team does collectively. He has more kills than the Montclair Rams have.
All things come to an end. Manny goes down, but that's not without the damage that he brought with him.
Yeah, all good things do come to an end, but that was quite an incredible streak he went on there. Good presence and map awareness there, where the guys are coming from. Kudos to him for that.
Yeah, here we are with Utica trying to take that high ground, looking over A. Solo peeking the window. He's waiting. He sees Ego. Can't get him. Hopefully he calls it out. Manny can't. Oh, Manny does take him out. Look at Manny is just an absolute monster.
Yeah, he's really out here. we was talking up Solo about putting a team on his back, but you know, Manny said, you know, hold my beer here. I can, you know, I can do the same thing.
With all that chaos, Montclair did take B, but right now A looks to be all Utica. Manny holding down the fort. He sees Carnage. He sees Ego. Picks Ego up off the, just like a bird in the sky. Picks him off. A is all Utica right now. They're holding it down. But just like that, things
Yeah, a
change.
lot of green started showing up on the left of the kill feed there. They were just he was right there in the center of the map. He was just waiting patiently, but then.
Hang on though. Utica has respawned and they have taken back control. But take a look at those respawns. Montclair only has 6 left, as opposed to Utica's 16. So Montclair needs to play this objective a little bit smarter.
Yeah, and about 25 seconds left in the round.
Davey on a 5 killing streak. Trying to cap this B, but Montclair keeping that contested. Davey making sure he's down. Puts another round into him in the ground.
There
Takes
respawns
out
remaining with 5 left.
3 seconds, 2. That's it. Look at Utica. Wow.
Yeah, jumping up to a 2-0 lead here. Yeah, Montclair's gonna have to start figuring something out. You know, it's
A lot of love for Manny in the chat. Look at look at Manny going off. Oh, we're looking at Carnage, but
certainly is getting love from chat there, and deservedly so. You know, that's quite the performance he's put on thus far in this match.
all right, here we go. Montclair, let's turn it up a notch. 19-3 for Manny. Here we go. We're gonna go on board Manny, see what he does here. They're hard charge for A. Hard charge for A. Montclair already. Oh, there goes Not Solo with first blood in the middle. Manny capping A. Looking left, looking right. He knows Carnage is there. He sees him. He shot him in his ankle. Goodbye ankles. Call of Duty, that's all you need. Here we go with Not Solo. Solo's peeking right, swaps around. Oh, he gets the call from his teammates. Here comes Ego charging in. Solo picks him off. Not Solo picks him off.
Yeah, and the Muskrats presently look like they're, you know, beginning to capture both of the points.
All Utica right now. Solo on B, Manny on A.
Yeah, Manny is sitting at 22-4 with 23 objective points. You know, really just you know, what an incredible performance thus far. He hasn't slowed down even after he was 13-0.
Yeah, like I said, this game mode is just absolute mayhem right now. Utica just secured A. A has been secured by Utica. Now the push is going to be on B. It seems to be kind of surrounded right now by Rams. Let's see what Utica could do here.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the last gasp for the Rams here in this particular match.
Here goes Manny again, trying to make something happen on a 4 kills. 24-4 from Manny. On board with Snot Soul. Moving around the middle.
And another thing about Manny here is that it's not that he's just, you know, racking up the kill-death ratio here. He's also got quite the objective score too to go alongside it.
Good point there. He's 27. Oh my goodness, 28 objectives. Utica is moving in, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, I mean that's a round that, you know, if I were Manny, I'd go back and, you know, clip it and put and hang it up on my wall on like one of them, you know, programmable picture frames, because that was quite the performance by him.
Oh yeah.
You know, the rest of the Muskrats, complimented him well. It's just Montclair was never able to just get going in this match. I think they might have captured one of the flags or one of the control points there, and the rest of it was all Muskrats.
Oh yeah. You definitely Manny's definitely got to put that on the gram, as the kids say these days. He's got to gram it. Definitely.
Yeah. Certainly something to put on the kill highlight reel. Whatever they make one for him. Because if he's going to be out here playing like that day in day out, man, this guy could really go some places.
Woo! Holy moly! I need a drink after that one. Holy cow! I gotta. Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Right.
so I mean, it's a Montclair. I'm not really sure what they got going on in their war room there, but they need to dig deep here. The first match they played here on Hardpoint, is a pretty closely contested match there. Ultimately, that just a couple more minutes, maybe even just seconds on these hard points to maybe bring them out a win this time. Otherwise it's off to Division 4 we go.
Yeah, we're gonna hop back to Hardpoint. Now we're gonna go to the good old Soviet Union.
Yeah, right. Down the street from the Kremlin we are.
We're gonna need Montclair to the pressure's on. If Utica can take this, they're taking week 1 here. Let's go. Here we go, on board with Davey. Both teams hard push right in the middle for the hard point.
Yeah, right at the statue.
2 trains like they're gonna crash. There we go. Davey takes first blood.
Yeah, and I think that this hard point in particular tends to stem around, who can control that escalator over there to the right, and it causes nothing but problems every time that I play this map.
Oh yeah, we got, just like you said there, Montclair stormed in. We got 3 on the point. Wurzig taking a look on that escalator, but he sees someone behind him. Who is it? It's Manny, of all people. Manny comes in.
Yeah, it was a good trade-off there by Montclair there to keep the hard point in their favor, though.
Kimoy starting off early with a 3 kill streak. He's 4-2. Mr. Ego wrapping around the outside. He knows Solo's there. He had to jump on him, but Solo said nope.
A little bit of bunny hopping will get you out of some sticky situations.
I'm impressed with this Montclair team right here. They went down in the beginning, but they've regained the lead. Their comms are coming through. Let's see what Solo can do. See if he can carry his team. He's on a 3 kill streak.
Yeah, no,
bringing it back.
Utica just surpassed them here.
Utica puts down the trophies, which is clutch in hardpoint here. Manny cannot be stopped. The chat is on fire for Manny right now.
Yeah, see, and I like what the Utica sent a guy out here on the roam to, rotate over and take a peek at that next hard point. And lo and behold, the Montclair Rams are already sitting there with the trophies in place on the hard point.
Here we go. Solo's on a 5 kill streak.
Yeah, not Solo needs to start picking it up for his team here. That currently 0-7. He's the only one in the match right now without a kill. On the other end of the spectrum, Solo is 8-0.
Wow, look at this. Look at this Utica team. Comes out. They've taken the commanding lead now. I mean, they're contested right now, but this is one of those hard points. This stairwell can go either way. With 7 seconds, the Rams need to start. You can see the Rams now rotating They're going to be right on this.
Yeah, for a hard point that they were already sitting on, you know, as Utica came in, Utica just came in and bullied them right off of it. So let's see if they're able to do that again. But I think that, you know, right now it's time for the Rams to like buckle down and actually hold on to this hard point here, because this game could start running away from them if they're not careful.
That's right. We're seeing Solo right now get his first couple seconds on the objective. While he was 8-0, he did not have any time on the objective, but here he goes. Manny, look at Manny. 5 kill streak. Look at him go.
Yeah, once again, you know, posting a 12-5 kill death ratio here, with 5 leading his team with on the streak, and on the objective here. So, you know, we can really see that, you know, he stems a lot of the team play for his squad. You know, just in the recent performances here within the past couple of matches, starting to really catch fire.
Here we are on board with Manny. Let's see what he does in this center objective here. And he gets slapped by Carnage.
Yeah.
It's all right, Manny. You can't get them all.
Yeah, this one's starting to run away from the Rams.
Yeah, we're seeing the Rams get a little floppy here. I think they need to tie it down a little bit.
Yeah, they're just kill feeding at this point. You know, running in 1-2 at a time here. You know, into like a fully set up squad. It's not the way to go about things. You know, no matter what the title of the game is. You know, it's time for them to, you know, take a step back, group up, and, you know, make a push as a team. I think.
Yeah,
you know, if they want
to. Just kind of looking at the two teams. You've got Solo, Manny, and Davey all in the positive realm, and pretty much all of Montclair is in the negative.
Yeah, except for Kamoy, or I guess that's what his name is, KX Moy.
Kemoy. Kamoy? I don't know. Chad will yell at us later.
Yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, if they could clear that up for us, but yeah, I mean he's positive kill death ratio, but yeah, I mean they're just running in one at a time.
Look at Solo, picking them off left and right, double kill there. Kamoy with his own double kill.
Yeah, nobody's actually got onto this hard point yet.
I mean, I guess that's good for Utica, as long as Montclair ain't on it. I guess they can get themselves set up. You can see Utica starting to. You see them at the bottom of your screen there. You got Solo and Davey kind of wrapping around the back end there.
Yeah, Manny.
Look at them. Look, that's what I was saying. You need to know where these hard points are. Look at them.
Yeah, they're putting a rotation on. You know, they just seem to be one step ahead of Montclair, even when Montclair's already sitting there waiting for that hard point to spawn.
Got the trophies down. Look at Davey. Davey with the situational awareness. Takes Wurzig out of there. Get out of there. Look at him. Davey holding it down.
Yeah, Montclair, down by 55 right now.
Getting his comms, running around. Gets shot in the back, though.
Yeah, Montclair now surpassing the 100 mark.
Kamoy. Yeah, boy. Wrapping around. They've given up on that hard point. They're wrapping around trying to get this next one. Look at Utica. Trying to get around that right-hand side. Montclair's got it, though. They got it set up. Let's see what Montclair can do with it.
Yeah, they're starting to cut into this lead here. As Utica's finally able to get in and take over this hard point, but immediately gets contested. Now nobody's on it.
Yeah, Montclair's got it. Setting up their defense.
Yeah, they seem to be starting
to
do things more as a team instead of just throwing bodies into the fray here. They're starting to look a little bit more organized in the method that they're trying to approach this at.
Yeah, look at that. Just like that, we got a 20-point game. Ego Mr. Ego holding down the fort, taking every second. But look at the next objective.
Yeah, that trash
Utica's
can.
there.
How about that trash can that he was hiding behind? Best trash can ever.
It is Kamoy.
Come on.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Big
Chad.
Clem on that. Yeah, thanks, Big Clem. Thank you. Kamoy. No disrespect to Kamoy. Huge respect, though, to Manny and Davey. Look at Manny and Davey. 26 and 24 kills, over a minute on the hill. I guess it doesn't matter now that the Rams have solidified their comeback here. Look at this.
Yeah. I mean, they're only 4 points, but you know they cut very drastically into this lead. You know, when things are starting to look a little dire, is that down by almost 60 points at one point here.
Yeah, here we go. We got Utica getting up the last bits of this hard point. At this point, right now when you're in a game like this, every second counts. Carnage picking up a weapon from the ground. Let's see what he can do with it. Absolutely nothing. Goodbye. Kamoy now. On board with Kamoy here. Manny takes him out. Davey takes out Wurzig. Utica takes control of this hard point. He ain't Manny.
Yeah, no, I think the key here is to see if Montclair actually groups back up. Like as soon as I said that, I saw one guy just go flying in there.
Yeah, you can take a look at the bottom of your screen there, where you can see how these guys are spawning in. Montclair ain't nowhere near the hard point, which is all good news for Utica. Just as I said that, Montclair takes over. What a game! What a match we have here!
Yeah,
Holy
with
cow.
8 seconds left.
You can
on
see
this hard
Montclair. Look at Wurzig. Look at Kamoy. They're already on the next hard point.
Right, yeah.
Waiting.
Davey was cutting up through the map there. I mean, he got fried there, but yeah, Montclair had to. They rotated just in the nick of time there, and denied not even, Utica hasn't got a single point out of this hard point yet. As the game is tied, and Montclair takes the first lead of the game.
Manny don't care who's in front of him. He's shooting him. He takes out his own teammate. Careful, Manny. Wurzig just holding down the fort, taking full control now. Montclair with the full lead now. And just as I say that, Utica takes control. This match is insane.
Yeah, this has been, it's a great story that's been told thus far, and I'm excited to see how this one ends up.
Yeah, here we go. Both teams trying to. They said the hell with that hard point. We're going for the next one. Utica is on it though. Not Soul and Davey on the hard point. So Not Soul goes down. Davey is still holding true. He's got his trophy. Oh. But Carnage says, "Get out of here." Mr. Ego holding. Oh.
Yeah, this is turned it into quite the nail biter here. I think it's really gonna. They need to Montclair needs to get onto this hard point here, and also then at the same time develop their plan to get to the next one and deny any further points, because now it's starting to get danger close to the winning territory for the Muskrats.
Yeah, here we go. Manny with a 5-kill streak. Davey with a 4-kill streak. They only need 5 more points. Four more points. But Montclair said no. Give me this.
Yeah, but they need to rotate
Hold
right
on.
now.
Here we go. 3, 2. Oh my God. Montclair says no again. Contest.
Yeah,
Carnage. Manny with 40 kills. Davey, 36 kills. Over 2 minutes on the objective.
Yeah, Manny's out here frying for real.
Montclair scratching and clawing. Look at the time left on the clock. They need every single second.
Yeah, they certainly do, and it's up to Wurzig here.
8 seconds, 7 seconds. That's it. Utica got on it. Oh my goodness.
And yeah, I mean, I don't really think the kill death ratios tell the story of that game there. Like, unbelievable. This Manny guy, like, he's just out here, just doing what he wants when he wants. Dropping a 40 bomb in any game is, quite the accomplishment, if you ask me. And to even get, over 40 kills. So, I think that, that Utica certainly did deserve that win, because but I do have to give it to the Montclair Rams, man. Like, as dire as things were looking, they put forth the fight, and they were scratching and clawing, and there for a moment it looked like that they were going to actually weasel their way back in and steal this one out from underneath of them. So kudos to the Muskrats and both teams in it. Actually, it was quite an entertaining series. But ultimately, Manny and Solo, just and the slaying power that they brought seemed to be a little bit too much for the Division III Rams to handle.
Holy cow! Yeah, like Afu said, GG's to both teams, but Utica, Manny and Solo, even Davey on that last match, they put on a show. Oh my goodness! Good match.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. He was flying under the radar there, in the first couple of matches, and then the control game type came up, and man, did he start catching fire, and it just snowballed right into the next one as well. A 40 bomb. I mean, that's all you can really say about that. Quite the impressive performance, and to me, I think ultimately the MVP, for the Muskrats in that series, because if it wasn't for him, and I don't think if it was somebody else there, I'm not sure that they would actually, or the Muskrats would have won that match. He kind of, there was a couple of instances, like I said, when there was the best trash can that ever existed. That was him laying down right behind it, holding on to that hard point, with the 3 or 4 Rams there. So yeah, I mean, he really put put a chip on his shoulder and the team on his back. Went out there and got the job done. But yeah, kudos to all the players. That was quite the entertainment.
Yeah, wow. We're popping over 120 people in the chat right now, going insane for Manny and Davey.
Deservedly so. I mean, again, that performance can't really be understated. That was, like I said, 40 bomb. I could say it again and again, 40 bomb and 40 bomb. Those don't come around every day.
It's definitely a complete 180 from what I witnessed just a couple of days ago on the D1 and D2, where Montclair just owned the field. This was a complete 180, where Utica, while they might have lost one, at the end of the day they were the dominant.
Yeah, Utica coming out and saying, "Hey, you guys better put some respect on our name here. We're here to play too." And hey, glad to see them, get a W for their organization there. And let's see what the next up. I guess we get to see what their Division IV team, brings to the table here.
We're getting requests for hashtag interview Manny. Can we get him in here? Do we have that capability? As Seth sighs.
You guys, I don't know if Jack can hear me, because Zeke left me out here to starve and fend for myself. So maybe just lip singing right now, but we can't right now.
All right. So all right. If you didn't hear Seth, it's all right. We will get Manny. We'll get some words from Manny one way or another. But why don't we set ourselves up for what's coming up next? It's the very first time we're going to get a look at Division IV Call of Duty here at the eSport League, eSport Company in Call of Duty League. There you go.
Yeah. If it's anything like the last series we just watched, there's a good bit of excitement that went on there. I loved what I saw from the competitive aspect of Call of Duty there. You know, uh, I'm interested to see. I'd like to see a little bit more search and destroy because that's that's a game type that I could really hang my hat on. I thought that was just a fantastic series of events that went down there. I like taking Call of Duty, which is generally just like such a frantic game, and slowing it down there a little bit and making it a little bit more calculated. But I'm pretty sure what the game types are exactly the same. Maybe just a couple of different maps here. Uh, it's a hard point search and control, hard point search, right?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we're doing them same maps, same game types.
Same organizations here.
Same old for Division 4. Hopefully, Montclair has done their research and can turn it around for their organization. D3 setting the tone, says Bushy. What up, Bushy? We seen Bushy on Monday. How you doing?
Yeah, it's nice to see all the response from the 100+ people here in chat watching. I see somebody asking who the casters are. Murph. Well, I mean, should have tuned in a little bit earlier. We had a little thing where we introduced ourselves, but I'm Afu from typically from the Valorant side. We'll do this again, I guess. But I decided to hang up my Valorant shoes and focus a little bit more on casting. So expanding my horizon, so to say, here, and jumping on, checking out the Call of Duty scene.
Yeah, I'm the Bright Inferno. I'm a similar waypoint. I was the last 2 seasons I was with the Apex Legends, but I also hung up the competitive shoes and decided to dive in and get behind the mic. And Call of Duty needed somebody to get behind the mic, so I said, I'll do it. And here we are. The rest, they say, is history. Hopefully we're doing a good enough job. Hopefully I'm not yelling too much, but that last match was insane.
Yeah, either which way, I mean, I'm sure that as we get a bit more experience with the culture and just doing it more through repetition, that we'll get a little bit more comfortable in casting the games and stuff, and so just please bear with us. By no means do we expect to be perfect, but nonetheless, there were open signups. If you guys wanted to come and do the casting yourselves, feel free to put your name in the hat there and see what you got in front of the microphone.
Oh yeah, sure. Because what the esport company is all about. I guess we can plug our company, right? Sure, we got a minute. The opportunities are endless here. If you're in the chat and you're not a member of the esport company, why don't you go ahead and I believe it's ! Discord. Hop into Discord. From there, you can fill out the form to join. It'll be a quick interview. The interview will tell you what we're all about, and then from there, you have your choice of 13 teams from how many different states? We got 5 different states. We're not just in Pennsylvania anymore. We're all over, and continually growing as well. So if you wanna play, we got a team for you. You wanna do graphic design, we got that job for you too. If you wanna cast, we got that job. You wanna sit in Seth's chair, I'm sure he'll give up his seat for the right person.
Yeah, but what he's getting at here in a long form is that there's a wide variety of different aspects of the esports industry that can be had to be offered through the esport company. So if you're not part of this train, it'd be a good time for you guys to hop on. So feel free to stop in and see what we're all about. And otherwise, if not, we're glad to have you here for the casts, and hope you enjoy the content. For what it's worth.
Yeah. So right now we're getting ready to load up the D4 squads. I'd go over the rosters, but I'm kind of scared because who knows if I have the right ones or not. But uh, I have a full roster for the Montclair Rams. I'll spit it out, and you guys tell me if it's right or if it's wrong. We're going with I believe it's the captain is Dimensions for the Montclair Rams, and then we've got Stallion Rocky. Hey Rocky, how you doing? And then we got Squiddy, and then we've got Legit Gaming. That's going to round out the Montclair Rams Division 4 team. I guess you guys could tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Because, as always, chat knows best.
Yeah, I'm looking at the feed here from Seth's screen. Looks like we do have a gentleman named Stallion Rocky in Dimensions. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you were, at least on the right track with that roster.
Yeah, so for D4 Utica, all I have is Suzuki.
That has to be Sasuke.
Sasuke.
Yeah.
Sasuke. I apologize, Sasuke.
Oh yeah, you'd probably get flamed hard for that one. So.
I'm waiting for it. The chat's a bit delayed, so I'm waiting for it. And then I've also got Swazi. They're the only two members of Utica that I have listed, but I'm sure they've got a full team.
Yeah, so I don't know. My last pick there was the Montclair Rams. We kind of.
I guess we can redo predictions. This is a brand new game. Go ahead.
I'm still. I think I'm gonna have to. As much as I really enjoyed watching the likes of Manny Solo romp around the maps, and and absolutely say I'm gonna stick with my prediction here, and I'm gonna say that the Montclair Rams are gonna be a little bit more prepared for this match. I'm just throwing a dart at the dartboard. Don't hate me about it. So, right now until I get a little bit more experience with all the individuals and the teams themselves. I'm kind of just going with the. I'm gonna go with the Montclair Rams because that's who I picked the first time, and I didn't like being wrong. Hate ever being wrong. So we'll see if they do me proud this time.
Yeah, like you said, until we get more acclimate, and Division 4, this is brand new to the Esport League or Esport Company for Call of Duty League. This is the first time we've had a Division 4, so I'm sure there's a lot of these players we've never seen before. So there's going to be a lot of guys and girls here that are trying to make a name for themselves, and try and be the next Manny or be the next Davey or the next Solo. Let's see. I'm even though I don't have a full roster for Utica, I'm going to go ahead and stick with Utica.
I like it. I like it. We're just gonna stay, steady with what we had, at the beginning of the cast here. I not one to change allegiances. I'm not no fair weather fan, but yeah. I mean, if I pick the Rams to win at the beginning, I'm gonna pick them to win at the end, and if not, I'll take this L with them.
All right, we're loading up. The lobby's getting heavy now. Let's go.
I don't know if chat can hear me or not. Looks like my sound is pretty low. So whenever this comes up, chat, I know there's a little delay here. So let me know if you guys can even hear me or not, because I do have some updates.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Does anyone hear Seth? Can we get some thumbs up?
Oh, the silence.
There is a bit of a delay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes. Actually, yeah. Doesn't look like it's coming through at all.
Can anyone hear Seth? Anybody?
If not, again, you can at least let them know that they were just waiting on one more player, and we are looking to be good.
Yeah, it seems that we're just waiting for one more player to slide into the lobby here, and then we can get this the second series of matches going. No, same team, same game.
It
Same.
looks like for Utica, we got. Why don't you go ahead and call those first four names?
For
Because I'm afraid to say that guy's name wrong again.
okay, so Swazzy on Xbox, Sasuke, Young Sinatra 40, and I see why you hit me with this one. QSN Mini Martunia.
Martunia. We'll just call him Martunia.
I'm just gonna
Marty.
Gonna take it a step. Old Marty boy. Okay.
Old Marty boy.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, sir. But hey, I took a stab at it.
Hey, by all means, you can correct us. We tried Kamoy's to get Kamoy's name down that entire match.
Kamoy, yeah.
Kamoy.
Now know it as Kamoy.
Hashtag Utica in the chat. Let's go, Utica.
Yeah, they've really shown up in chat. Old Bushy and chat really going hard for him. So they got somewhat of a super fan there. So shout out to Bushy for showing up and waving the flag for him.
Nah, Seth, it's looking like they can't hear you.
Alright, we're gonna start now.
All right. We're just going to start. We're just going right for it.
Off and rolling.
Utica is slapping. All right, let's find out. See if they can keep the momentum going. We're hopping into a hard point raid. Let's go. D4 Esport Company.
Did that unmute the game just all sound? Sick.
Said he was picking you up on the webcam though. Katago said that. Seth.
That's nice. All right, here we go. We didn't all load in. It's only Sasuke. Yep. Hang on, guys.
Easy dub there, I guess.
Hang on. Hang on.
They're waiting.
Something's.
Oh, the action starts
okay.
here.
Stallion just sniped his own guy. It's a good start for Montclair. Utica coming out strong. Swazzy and Marty Boy holding down the hard point. Look at Marty. Looking left, looking right, rocking that 74 U. Still staying true. The first 37 seconds of the game is all Marty Boy. But here we go over to the Rams. Trying to make 1 point.
We're really rolling with Marty Boy?
I
like it.
I'm sure I'll get corrected, but for now, yes. Here we go. Squiddy. Stallion and Squiddy taking over the kill feed here. All Montclair this hill. They've taken this middle ground after that very tough first hard point.
Yeah, that first hard point though, they kind of had a present waiting for him at it. Shout out to Sasuke for staying back from it a little bit until everybody spawned in.
All right, now we got Stallion wrapping around. He's going for blood. He takes out Sasuke. Coming back around. They're already on the next hard point. Look at Montclair taking control after that first failed hard point. Flashbangs out. Gets Sasuke again. Knows Marty's over there. Gets hit from behind. What it looked like. Dimensions takes out Sinatra. Try hard. Waiting for his team. playing this defensively. Good move on the Rams. Takes out the trophy. But Sasuke comes out of nowhere with a double. Marty, once again, holding it down. Look at Marty, already almost at a minute. Tryhard says, no, get out of my house. Takes over the hill. Utica regains control after that failed middle. But here they're already playing basketball.
Yeah, quite a bit of back
Sitting
and forth
and waiting.
going on here.
I'm liking Utica here. I mean, that was a rough middle hard point, but they seem to dial themselves in. Squiddy trying to wrap around. He knows where Sasuke is. Hops in and takes him out. And there goes Marty too. Squiddy single-handedly takes the basketball court.
Yeah, now Montclair on the hard point here. They need to start cutting into this lead before this one gets out of hand. Down by 25, 27 points.
Yeah, you can see Montclair, Squiddy and Stallion going up that middle road trying to get to the next hard point, but they're picked off easily. Dimensions taking up the rest of that, but there goes Utica. I'm liking the teamwork with Utica right now. Marty's just got an eye for blood right now. Look at him move. Look at the dip and look at the dive. Division 4 is coming hard. That's absolutely right. Look at him go.
Yeah, I mean, even with Harry picking up, now bringing his frag, his kill-death ratio back to even there. But also, by far having the most objective time presently in the whole game.
Yeah, looking at these stats. A minute 50 seconds on the hill for Marty. Single-handedly winning this game for Utica. Here we are on board with Dimensions. Switching back over to Marty. Marty knows what's going on. Squiddy knows. Look at Marty. Oh my goodness. 6 killing spree. Over 2 minutes. My goodness. But keep an eye on, not that it really matters, but take a look at Stallion. 22-9 on a 3-kill streak, trying to frag this out for his Rams.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's like a part of like the role he's playing here for the Rams. I'm not that familiar with like the meta behind how to operate in this game. I do know that you have like a couple of people to play submachine guns, a couple of people to play ARs. So I'm not sure if he's just like that forward like person to go forward and get the frags and clear areas out. But because he does have a minute. He has the highest kill total and objective time on his team right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's still a couple or 1 second under the second most objective time on the Muskrats here, but it's still pretty close contested game here.
Absolutely. I guess you can go with the theory that if Rocky is just killing these guys, they're not going to be on the objective, obviously. So I guess that's one motive you can go with. But in the return, Utica spawned right into that next hard point, and here they are, just racking up more points. This game's more than halfway done. Montclair needs to. We need Squiddy and Tryhard to try just a little bit harder here. Squiddy's just kind of laying. I don't know what he's doing there. He's relaxing. Okay, he's picking up the next hard point. Okay. Let's see what they can do with that. Trophy systems are down. They see Sasuke coming in, sneaking in. But do they see Sinatra and Marty coming from behind? Do they? No, they don't. Goodbye, Squiddy. Let's see what Utica can do with this. That was a hell of a push. I think they might have lost the momentum there. Look at Rocky. 30 and 12, over a minute 20 on the hill, trying to make something happen for this team. Bushy in the chat says, he ain't no Manny. I don't know. I think he's giving him a run for his money. Here we go, try hard, wrapping around the right side. Utica all over. They're playing basketball right now. They're relaxing, shooting some hoops. Trophies are down. No Montclair in sight. Goodbye, tryhard.
Yeah, it's time starting to tick away here. It's starting to get to the end game area here for the Muskrats.
Oh yeah, if they hold this for the next 30 seconds, this game's over. They've got look at the strat that Utica's got right now. They've got all 4 points of the basketball court covered. Sinatra. 1, 2. Looking for his third. No. His own teammate got right in his way. Come on, Sasuke.
See, that stun grenade got in there, and the stun went off. Like, it wasn't picked up by any trophy systems or anything, but they neglected to push in. That might have been a good time to actually, make your move.
Look at the score right now. Utica only needs 5 more. They're pushing hard, but the Rams got it locked down.
It's going to be pretty hard for them to pull this back, though. Well, they're going to have to be waiting at every hard point for the, without giving up, any points, really.
Utica definitely needs to contest this a couple more times. If Montclair can hold it, there he goes. Wait, there, yep. They needed to get in there for the win. Good job by Utica. Just all around. You look at the kill depth, you look at the time on objective. My goodness. We're going to take a look at Sasuke here, though.
Yeah, Sasuke here, representing the Leaf Village out here. Performing AR jutsu and, taking out the opposition there. Just great performance there. And, what a way for Marty Boy there to show up and put it on for him.
Oh, Marty Boy. We haven't heard anything in the chat yet, so hopefully it's all right that we call him Marty
Yeah,
Boy.
I think they're just at this point just letting us roll,
Nah, good game. Good game overall by Utica. They took control of the objective, and that was it.
Yeah,
here we go.
Yeah,
right in the game
D3 match. Yeah, in the D3 match, this is the one that the Montclair Rams were able to take away from the Muskrats. So I'm interested to see if there's some sort of pattern to the game types that these two teams have more or less focused on throughout the throughout them practicing here. It is a new season here, so wonder if they're going to run a very similar strategies. I'm interested to see that, and once again, trying to see if there's going to be some smoke grenade usage here, because I know one thing that really helps in search and destroy type game types is if you can occlude some space, cut off some vision from the other team, it really helps you get to those angles faster and get into more advantageous positions. So I'm an advocate for the smoke grenade, so interested to see how their strategies align with their Division III counterparts.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Especially when you're talking about search and destroy, it's all going to be about the strategy. And from the looks of the first match, obviously hardpoint, different game mode, different strategy. Utica looked like they had their what together. They were firing on all cylinders. You could see how they held down that basketball court. I mean,
yeah, that the game was a bit closer than than the kill feed would indicate, though. Especially how quickly they were able to jump out to a lead there. And then Montclair was able to reel that back in a little bit and get back into the game. Just weren't able to buckle it down enough for them to come away with a win there.
All right, here we go. We're going right to it. Look at Sasuke coming with the Pellington. He's being daring here. Sinatra gets the bomb. He's holding back. Looks like, oh, look at Swazzy. Just swipe Squiddy. Stallion takes out Marty. Just like that, it's 3v3. Both playing defensive. Looks kind of like they're aiming towards B, but try hard. Sasuke didn't even see him coming. Tryhard also rocking that Pellington. Stallion, I guess, has an eye on Sinatra. Finds his dome. Good night, Sinatra. Just like that, it's 1v2. Swazzy needs to plant this bomb. Doesn't look like he has any idea where the opponents are. Look at him. He's looking behind him. He's looking to his left. He's going to wrap around, try to pick up this bomb. Good on Swazzy. Sees dimensions. Good night, dimensions. He's going to try and plant. This is where that smoke would come in handy. Oh, Stallion had an eye on him. Oh, gets him with the grenade.
Yeah, that was a really well-placed grenade there.
Yo, Adrian. He did it.
Very nicely done.
Well done, Montclair Rams. Well done. Look at this. Look at this shot by Rocky.
Yeah, that was what a way to sight that up. It's almost like he knew that it. I mean, that position's often played like even in that whole area of the map there is like my favorite section of the map. That long peeker's advantage area.
Oh yeah. Here we go, Squiddy. Squiddy taking the bomb. Looks like another B push. Sasuke hanging back. We know he's got that Pellington. He's gonna hang back. The comms are coming in. Rocky knows where he's at. Real bad grenade throw on Rocky's point though.
NA grenade.
Rips in the chat on that grenade. Marty comes back around. Marty's still rocking that 74U, Old Faithful. Squiddy peeking, wondering if it's all right to come out and play. Seeing the comms come in. Dimensions knows he's there. Sasuke is flashed. Swazzy grabs Tryhard for the first blood. Only 27 seconds. Stallion. Rocky's the last one alive, just like that. Good night, Muskrats.
Yeah.
Or good night, Montclair. I'm sorry.
I don't understand. That flash grenade got in there. I saw the hit indicator. I'm sure.
Why didn't you push him there?
Yeah. I think that's one of them instances where you certainly want to start pressing the attack there. Because if you're able to get control of that little room there, I mean, that really opens up all the avenues of approach, throughout that side of the map there.
Yeah, let's take a look. Look at Swazzy on the 4-1. Sasuke 2-1 on that. Definitely turned her around from that first round. Sasuke taking the bomb, holding back. We know he's got that Pellington. You got to be confident. I think you got to be confident. If you're using sniper and search, you got to be confident.
Oh, that's one of my go-tos.
Look at Squiddy being all ninja-like. Look at him. He knows he's surrounded. He can just pop up and get any one of them at any time. Squiddy knows Marty's there. Careful, Marty.
Yeah, and he picked this opportunity to jump up here and start get the party started there.
Swazi wrapping around. All of Utica wrapping around. Maybe, I don't know what they're doing here. Squiddy, left and right. 1, 2, and oh, almost got Swazi. Swazi all alone. But he's got the bomb, and that's all he needs. He's got to play this one smart. Let's see what he does. He's going to wrap around, but he's going to run right into Stallion if he's not careful.
Yeah, I think a little bit of indecision there might have helped him out.
Oh, oh my goodness. Good play. Good play by Montclair. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was stuck in a pretty, a pretty interesting situation. Had to make a decision how he wanted to go approaching this, approaching what site he chose, and having them two players, one was circling around the back, the other one's just holding down the middle of the map. Not a very good situation to find yourself in.
All right, here we go. Let's see what Montclair can do. Let's see if they can capitalize. Squiddy picking up the bomb. Looks like they're going A push. Where's Tryhard? Tryhard fell asleep in the spawn. Good night, Tryhard. I don't know what he's doing.
Perhaps we.
But now we're at a stalemate. Marty holding down that middle. Swazi throwing down that trophy, then taking out Squiddy. Good night. Comms are coming in. Swazi is smartened up here. Not smart enough though. Dimensions wipes them out. Just like that, it's 2v2. Let's see what Dimensions can do with this bomb. He's got that clear path for A, but he probably doesn't know it yet. Sinatra's there. Dimensions planning. Rocky, I don't know where he's at. He's in Russia. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm not sure how Marty there had missed Dimension to approach and started planting the bomb. I thought that they were in the same area. I could be mistaken though. They could have been on.
What the heck happened there?
Or could have been on the steps there.
There was a miscommunication there.
Talk about a great position.
Yeah, look at Swazi. Look at him go.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to peek at.
You got Tryhard there. Almost had Dimensions, but Dimensions got him there. But
yeah, just
well done, Swazi. Look at Swazi, 7-3. Good job. But unfortunately, Montclair in the lead.
Yeah, let's take it on to Stallion Rocky over there though. Boasting right now a 6-1 kill death ratio. On a 2 streak here.
Let's see what young Sinatra can do with this bomb. Squiddy dropping down. Sees Marty, just picks him off. Early 3 to 4 lead here. But Sinatra probably got that comm, so he probably knows where he's at. Tryhard again sleeping in the back. What is going on, Montclair?
Yeah, that's not good. It's effectively, taking the advantage that they did have right off the bat there and nullifying it.
Doesn't seem to really matter, seeing as Utica is now down 2 to 3 here. Let's go. Swazi looking left, looking right, watching that B tunnel. Sasuke watching the bridge, but not watching his back because Rocky says, "Hey, yo."
I love it.
The comms are in. Swazi again, all by himself. Let's see what he can do here. He's got to pick up that bomb. Got an eye on Rocky. Rocky says, "Not today."
So I'm wondering if they're just leaving why try so hard in the base to bait somebody, or
what is the strat of the Montclair Rams? I'd love to get into their headsets right now. They're Rocky. 8-1, 4 kill streak.
Yeah, and looks like Marty Martu. Somebody corrected me in chat. Martunia.
Sorry, Martunia.
Yeah.
Pick up the game. Let's go.
I told him he spelled Marty Boy wrong. he disagreed. So, out of respect, I guess we'll go with
All
Fortunia.
right, here we go on board with Stallion Rocky. Gets one, but trades it out. It is 3v3. Sinatra's got an eye on Dimensions, but Dimensions doesn't have an eye on him.
Yeah, lost the ring around the rosy there.
Swazzy's down. Squid. Squiddy, the only guy left, doing another ring around.
Yeah, Utica getting back into this game after they won the
we
first
got a game
round.
on our hands. Yep. Sinatra putting a couple bullets right in his rear end. Four to 2. Let's see what Montclair does here. They all they need is one more. If I'm not mistaken.
They need 2 more. Gotta get to 6, I believe.
Sinatra taking the bomb for the Muskrats. He's on a 3-kill streak. Another hard. Well, I wouldn't say a hard beat push. There, Utica's spread out.
Yeah, Squiddy ego peaked there a little bit, and he wasn't punished for it. So props to that. But now they don't have anybody on that side of the map.
Yeah, Squiddy watching B. Decides to drop down, take the ninja tunnel. Might have seen that. Oh no,
Sasuke deleted him.
Yep. I was wondering if he's seen that little muzzle flash. Squiddy and Sasuke trade 3v3. Rocky takes out Swazzy. Rocky takes out Sinatra. Only Martunia. He's confused. He's running around. Good night, Martunia.
Yeah, what a great win there for the Rams. They looked considerably organized. Stallion Rocky. I mean, pushed out there. He picked up that first frag and just followed it up. With a little bit of aggro action. Was able to peek down that long hallway, pick up another frag, put his team ahead.
Martunia 0-6. The Muskrats need him to step it up. Let's go. Let's see what the Montclair Rams do with this. Squiddy with the bomb. Go. Watching him. He's dropping down. They're looking for a quick point, a quick plant here. Squiddy says, "Get out of my way, Sasuke." Drops the smoke. Starts playing. Let's see if he gets it. Swazzy, again, only one left for the Muskrats. The bomb's planted. Good night, Utica. And the word is QSN, not Martunia. Sorry. We're going to call him QSN from here on out. QSN.
Unfortunate. I really liked Marty Boy.
We don't want to hurt. It's not our intention to hurt anybody's feelings.
See, but part of the fun of being the casters is giving you guys cool nicknames that we get to call you.
Nicknames aside, that was all Montclair right there.
Yeah, once again, showing their prowess in the search and destroy game mode. They look like they were just a better prepared team. For that particular situation. I'm not sure if maybe it was just the map or, maybe it's the game mode, but they certainly, seem to have a very firm method to, how they wanted to operate and, able to pull this to a 1-to-1 game, 1-to-1 match now.
Yeah, so we're getting to gear up for match number 3 on Raid Control. We said it's 1-1. No,
yeah,
it's 2-0. No, what's the score? Oh my goodness,
it's 1-1. Utica won the hard point match, and Montclair won the search and destroy match.
Woo! Getting ready for raid. Here we go. Loading up.
Some more control action. I really enjoyed what I saw from the first match here. You know, this is
We
I
got
like
all,
it.
we got
I
all
like
our
this game
respawns.
type.
That's good.
Yeah, props to the production team for making sure this one went through pretty smoothly.
All right, here we go. Sasuke running left, good, hard. Looks like Montclair going a split, whereas Utica going a hard A.
Yeah, they full send.
Utica ends up taking A though.
And they're really postured around, you know, trying to get this control point knocked out. It looks like here.
Look at Squiddy trying to get the underneath the car shot. Dimensions says, "Get out of here, Sinatra. I don't like your music." Dimensions looking left, looking right. Doesn't see. Try hard. Try hard. Can't get a shot off. Dimensions wrapping around. Comms are coming in. He knows Sasuke's there. See if he runs in for the kill. Yes, he does. Get out of here. Get Dimensions. Starting off with a 5-kill streak. Look at Dimensions.
Yeah, Montclair, you know, had to look like they were on the control, both control points here. See, now in these situations, would this, if you know you were calling the shots here, would you try to focus down one of these at a time, or try to get them both at the same time?
That's a good question. I would probably focus on one objective at the time, and just after you clutch one, play defense on two, which is what it looks like Montclair is doing here. Only 23 seconds. Let's see if Utica can pull this out before time runs out.
Yeah, because it doesn't even look like the B control point has been. I mean,
more
people
than
walked
3/4
through
of the way there. That's there it is. Muskrats secure the objective. Puts more time on the clock. Montclair has chance to retaliate. Swazi throwing out the flash. Tryhard didn't even see him coming.
Oh man, if there was one time to do an execution on stream, he missed it.
the ultimate execution. He missed his opportunity there.
Yeah, put a little sauce on him, you know. He's gonna kick himself later. He watches the VOD.
Swazi trying to throw down some cover there, but Squid said, "Nope, not today." Muskrats have no more respawns. Montclair's got 13. This is huge for Montclair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only Sinatra remains.
Yeah, they sunk all them resources into making sure they got that 8 point here.
Don't die. That's it. Wow. Talk about that for strategy.
Yeah, you know.
Utica came out and got that objective.
Yeah, not controlling you know, one of the control points there. You know, and just you bleeding them out essentially, I guess. And, you know, getting them down to not having any lives to work with, man. You know, catching a winner that way. Pretty interesting strategy, and it worked.
Wow.
Kudos.
Yeah, kudos to the Montclair Rams on that one.
Thinking on their feet. Gotta like it.
Squiddy entering the round, 4-kill streak. Dimensions, 3-kill streak. All Utica runs hard A, or hard B, I'm sorry. Montclair with A. Let's see what they do with it. Utica coming over to A. QSN tries to peek. Gets hit for it. Let's see if he changes his strategy there.
Yeah, quick side note. Every one of the Montclair Rams have a positive kill-death ratio up to this point in the game.
It's a definite positive when your respawns are definitely something that matter. The Callouts come out. Dimensions sweeps through the middle, takes out QSN, but gets popped by Sasuke. Let's see what Sinatra is doing here. Trying to get them points. Hard B push for Montclair here. Montclair walking in like they own the place. Stallion, Rocky, Squiddy, all on the objective. Swazzy goes down. Sasuke goes down. Montclair, 3/4 of the way. They got it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they've buckled up their bootstraps here for this game type thus far. The first round win, taking a round by bleeding them out and, just having more lives than them. And this time, just actually working their way into the objective, holding it down. So, they're showing that they can win in multiple, win rounds in multiple ways. See what they do here for round 3.
Woo! All right, let's go. We're starting with Swazzy. Nope, we're switching over to Rocky. Rocky's on a 4-kill streak starting this round. He's 15-5. Picking off Sinatra.
Yeah, quickly makes it 16-5.
Knows that Swazzy's there. Got Swazzy. He knows QSN is there. Let's see how he plays the van here. He swings around. QSN says nope. It's my objective.
Yeah, Montclair seems to just be doing a better job of being a little bit less predictable when they're positioning around the objective whenever they are going for it, and not trying to push too hard here or commit too many people to it at once and just having them get fragged out. I really like the patience that they're working with here right now.
Yeah, but look at Utica. Utica is capping A. A's capped, and they're already on B. B's halfway secured.
Mm-hmm.
But Dimension says no. Swazzy says no. Tested by Tryhard. Here they go. They're more than halfway through.
Yeah, they're starting to press the issue here a little bit. Much needed, in fact. Respawns remaining, pretty close here too.
Yeah, as I was just gonna say, QSN trying to hold it down. Turns around, slaps Squiddy, and that's it.
Yeah, Utica just kind of went all in on trying to get both objectives there. As they were shored up the end of that first one, they started sending one by one over to the second one to get that one started. So I think that's just a testament to them actually adapting to what Montclair was trying to do there. So great adjustment by them in that round. And here we are, round 4 now. Let's see what they got.
Yeah, we're seeing a whole different. We're seeing multiple different strategies here on this control map.
Yeah, indeed.
Here we go.
Yeah.
QSN 3-kill streak. Looking like he's taking the whole team on by himself.
Yeah, that's because they sent one over, and the rest of them looks like they got one guy hanging around at B, and now the rest of the teams, the cavalry is going to start coming into A. But Montclair seems to have sunk their resources into going ahead and trying to secure this A position.
Rocky fires out a 3-kill streak. Dimensions fires out a 3-kill streak. 4-kill streak for Dimensions. Rocky looking left, waiting, anticipating the Utica Muskrats coming up that right side. Montclair Rams have taken control of A. Now it's all defense for Utica. Don't let them take B. Dimensions says, let me in. I've got 7 in a row.
Hungry for more.
On board now with Dimensions.
Yeah, 9. Oh, good. They're up on top. 9 respawns more than the Muskrats here. So
Look at Dimensions. Just waiting, picking them off left and right. 8 kill streak. 23 and 8 for Dimensions. Montclair is more than halfway through. But Utica is able to slip in there and contest. Swazi slips in. Sinatra slips in, but he goes down. Swazi still hanging on, trying to take some of that control off of B.
yeah, Utica's finding themselves in a weird position here where they gotta all mind their respawns remaining, but also, be aggressive enough to not let Montclair, finish off this control point.
Here we go on board with Dimensions again. Switching over to Sasuke. He's looking left, he's looking right. He can hear the footsteps. They got their trophies down. Got a nice
respawns remaining gap is starting to close.
Yes, it is. Sasuke fires off a 5-kill streak. But Dimension says, this is my map. This is my game. Look at him chilling in the window. All Montclair needs to do is just relax and hold off this control for the next 40 seconds, and they got it. They just got to play TDM right now.
Yeah, they got 6. It's a respawns remaining 6 to 8. So they're 1 kill streak away from being in grave danger here. Now the gap's closed to 1.
Yeah, we're under 30 seconds now. Dimensions wrapping around. He's left his post.
Yeah, I think it's time for them to try to start running away here a little bit. And, just try to take this win before something else bad happens.
No respawns for Utica remain. And that's all she wrote.
Yeah, not a good showing there. This particular game type for Utica. I mean, not a single one of their the members of their team are walking away with a positive kill-death ratio there. This did start scratching and clawing there, but it looked like it was just a little bit too little, too late.
Wow. Good match by Montclair. Good overall gameplay of we saw every single round we saw a different strat, which is that's definitely something different than we didn't see that in D1 or D2.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like those first 2 rounds by Montclair, and then the know-it-all to actually like change it up and not be predictable. That's the type of stuff that separates separates a good teams from great teams. Being able to diversify your approach and make different things happen within a match and win the same game type in different ways. That's just a testament to their preparedness for that particular game type.
Absolutely, you use the word adapt, and that's exactly what they did. They whatever Utica threw at them, they said not today. Dimensions was one of them. Dimensions slapped them left and right. Good games on Dimensions for carrying that team through that one.
Yeah, Utica just simply got out-fragged and out-positioned in that one. Let's see if they can. I mean, they need to stop the bleeding now if they want to get back into this match here. They're gonna it's 2-1 in favor of the Rams. Now,
2-1. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it seems to be just a different team than we see. But now we go back to Hardpoint, which is the game mode that they did win, the first match. And so, we'll see if this is something that they seem to, be a little bit more in their wheelhouse. Different map, and as we saw earlier, the one between the 2 Division 3 teams, it was a lot of back and forth action here. I mean, we saw it. what, a 70, almost 70-point lead, deficit cut to like 4 or 5 tickets, before, that finally they were able to buckle down and come away with the win. So, we're off and rolling. See what we got.
On board right now with Utica. Let's see what happens. They're doing a hard push right through the middle. Montclair a little spread out. Squiddy pulling that wide left angle. Gonna try and wrap around, be like a little ninja. Let's see what he can pull out of this. Squiddy comes right behind him, but Rocky
just takes out the whole
Rocky
team.
says, "I got this." Putting up some points for the Rams. Watching that escalator. Good job. Utica trying to mount back up after that rough start. Sasuke down. QSN is down. On board with Swazzy here. Picks off dimensions. Decides to come in and contest. Wraps around. Can't find him. A little ring around the rosy here. Oh, look at Utica. Oh, they were on it. They were on it, but Squiddy says, nope, this is my hard point.
Yeah, I mean, Stallion Rocky already starting to run away with into kill feed here again. He doesn't have any objective time, but I think the first time that they played, he had, the high kill count and, not a lot of objective time. And, I'm just going to go ahead and chalk that up to just the role that he's playing for the team here.
Yeah, I gotta think. Look, like when you've got a commanding lead like this, of course you want to have somebody just kind of posting up, playing defense.
He's more or less out there just thirsting for kills. He's certainly finding them too.
Montclair Rams, you can see them trying to do a little rotation here. Squiddy making that right-hand side, but QSN is already ready for him. QSN says, nope, this is mine. Utica on the objective. This is the hardest, in my opinion, the hardest hard point right here. Trying to take control of this little fountain stair area.
Yeah, it's more or less like a little pit.
Yeah. I would. You need some trophies down. Maybe someone in the back with a sniper.
Yeah, not a lot of angles for you to actually like come sneak in through either. Like everything's just a broad doorway that like as soon as you peek, you're visible.
Boom! Just like that, Sinatra did just that. Try hard peeked. Sinatra said, "My concert."
Yeah, you need somebody with quick flick of the wrist to be able to step out there and take that guy out. But still gonna leave 3 other guys there. They start rotating off this hard point to move on to the next one.
Yep, the Rams are there waiting now. Good. This is good on the Rams. Situational awareness again. Rocky says, get out of my hard point.
Yeah, they're going to need a little bit more help.
Knows that QSN is behind that bus. He's waiting for him. Asking him to peek. Looking underneath. Look at that. Sinatra gets clapped by a grenade. What a throw by Rocky. On board with all of Montclair was gone. Couldn't even register anybody in. We got 3 muskrats on the objective right now. Exactly what Utica needs here. But Montclair says, nope, not now. Not only are they on the objective, but half the team is now rotating and getting ready for the next one. Look at this. Sasuke's there. He can test.
Yeah, Montclair's starting to pull ahead here. But, Utica on the hard point right now, starting to cut back into this lead.
Still anybody's game.
Oh yeah, as we saw the last time Moscow hardpoint was played, definitely, nobody's out of the water by any means.
Oh yeah, here we are on board with QSN. His trophies are down. Oh, but Rocky says, "Hey yo, Sinatra, Sasuke. Look at Rocky. Look at him go. 4 kill streak, 19 and 10 KD. Pulling that defensive role, objective role. 5 kill streak. 6 kill streak. Oh! Sinatra comes in and spoils it for him. It's what Utica needs, though. Utica needs these points if they want to remain competitive in this match. They need every single point they can get. There's still over 30 seconds. They need every single one of these points.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams exactly halfway to the destination that they need to be, but Utica is nipping at their heels here. Now it's now looking in the rear view at them.
Look at QSN. Dimensions didn't even see him coming. Utica a little late on this rotation. They're not there. There's nobody there. All Montclair here. The hard work done by Utica just went right into the trash can. We got Sinatra and Sasuke trying to push. Sasuke goes down. Sasuke and Tryhard trade off.
Yeah, it's a pretty hotly contested hard point here. Now it looks as if Utica has a firm grasp on it. About 15 seconds remaining on it.
Keeping it close. You can see Sasuke already. Look at him. He's already rotated and already ready. Still 3 seconds. Maybe a little too soon. I don't know.
Yeah, but on part of both teams, there's a couple of points to be had there just left on the table.
Chef in the chat wants to see Game 5. If Muskrats can keep this pressure on, we might just see Game 5. Rocky left, Rocky right. Pulls out the Diamante, just not enough. QSN takes him down.
Yeah, that Diamante's a nasty piece of machinery too.
Oh yeah, look at the Muskrats. You got 3 players over a minute on. This has been a full team effort on Utica to try and regain this lead. Sasuke peeking, dipping, peeking. Rocky just walks in and says no. Again with that Diamante. The Diamante-Krieg connection here. Almost pulls off a triple kill there.
Yeah, only 10, 11, 12 points now separating the two teams.
Back and forth action here.
Yeah, Utica now starting to approach the 200 tick mark here.
Iro with a great in the chat says if Utica comes back to win, he's gifted a sub. Come on, Utica, the pressure's on. I'm calling you out, Iro. Here we go, QSN holding it down on a 2-kill streak. Rocky once again owning the kill feed. 37 and 17. Oh my goodness.
You must be friends with Chef because he's out here frying right now. Just out here Rocky.
Look at that. Oh, look at the execution. Good night.
mean, Sasuke is a ninja, so what would you expect? Nothing less.
Comes back in front. You're gonna see the rotation now. Look at we got Squiddy and Sinatra both vying for the objective here. Squiddy takes it. Where's the spawn? Utica's a little bit closer. This is huge for Montclair here. This is huge. Oh, but Montclair steps right on him. Rocky, left, right, 3-kill streak.
Yeah, he's really out here. Another 40-plus bomb for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he might hit 50 this game.
Montclair, you got to stay on that objective. There's no one on there. 20 seconds left. Come on. But here I can already see Utica. Utica's gonna pull. Yep, they're pulling that rotation.
Yeah, this one here, quite the nail biter we got going on.
It looks like Utica's there. Yes, they are. Sasuke's there. QSN is there, but he's down. Who else is left? Dimensions is walking in with a 3-kill streak saying, I'm taking this hard point. There goes Sasuke again. There goes Sinatra again. But he's ultimately taken down by QSN.
And QSN shows up here at exactly the right time to,
Look at how close this match is.
Yeah, 5 more seconds for Utica.
3, 2, 1. The Montclair Rams cannot contest. Utica takes it. Woo! Look at that score.
Yeah, what an exciting match, man. We're off to game 5 here. Hey, as well as Stallion Rocky performed, I mean, that just goes and shows, that the slaying power really isn't gonna, get it done all the time for you. Especially in an objective-based game modes. Kudos to Utica for, dealing with their early struggles, rotating properly from hard point to hard point, and, contesting when appropriately. And, yeah, I mean, they were able to, they scratched their way back into the game, got ahead and never looked back. Great job.
Wow. D4 showing up and putting on a show right now live on Twitch at the Esport Company. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Yeah, so here we go. I mean, now we get our first look here at the Miami version of Search and Destroy. Both the 2 Search and Destroy matches that have been played thus far, both being on Garrison. Both of those went to the routes of the Montclair Rams. So, I'm interested to see if, that's, just part of their identity. If that's like something that they're able to, like a game type that they tend to rally around, or if it, if that's just like a map that they specialize at. But, yeah, I mean, it sure is shaping up to, be quite the grand finale.
And on a map that we haven't seen it yet so far in the CDL. At least on stream, we haven't seen it. Yeah, no. We're going to Miami, baby.
Yeah, and it's one of the bigger maps too that that are offered in the maps that are currently offered in Cold War here. So there's it's going to have a little bit more space. I think the sniper rifle, whoever's playing a role with a sniper rifle for each team is really going to be put on the forefront here, to create space for their team to work. So let's see how this goes down.
Let's see. We're going to start off with I guess Sasuke here. QSN picking up the bomb for the Muskrats. Doing a hard B push.
Yeah, just look how much more time it's already taken them to get to the objective than it did when they were playing Garrison.
Muskrat's all over B now. Don't know what Tryhard's doing all the way over there. He's watching A, but let's see what happens.
And I'm not
Just
certain
like that.
any one of them has a sniper rifle, honestly.
Just like that, 3 Muskrats down. And here again, we see the Montclair Rams just kind of holding down the fort and search and destroy, just like they did in Garrison.
Yeah, I think there was a team ace, honestly. No, I don't think a single Montclair Ram was taken down.
Hey, yo. Look at Rocky. One Ram went down, only dimensions.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what Montclair can do with this bomb. Montclair also doing a hard B push. They've got the advantage. It looks like Utica went 50-50. QSN went down. So it's now 4v1 on B. Let's see if Montclair can capitalize. Following Squiddy here. He's got the bomb.
Yeah, the two Muskrats still remain at A.
I want I would love to hear these comms here.
Yeah, I'd imagine the amount of noise that should be going on around that B bomb site should trigger the rotation call to come in.
Sasuke hanging back with the Pellington. You got
now they're beginning to rotate.
There you go. Here we go. Now we're planting. Now we're getting the plant on. The 2 snipers are going to have to move in now. Bomb is planted. Sasuke looking. Oh my goodness, Sinatra just says... Or that's, I'm sorry. Oh, no,
yeah,
Sinatra was last alive.
Yeah, Dimensions was just waiting right outside that door. I don't think there was many other angles that they were going to be able to come from.
Dimensions just popped them.
Yeah, I think that, the Muskrats did have the sniper rifle on the site that it should be at there. Because there's not a lot of space in that whole garage area. But if they continuously, keep to attacking, I wouldn't be surprised to see if he switches his class to an AR or something along those lines.
All right. Sasuke, the great ninja, picks up the bomb. Let's see what he does with it. Another hard B push. Tryhard going A again. I'm guessing he's got the sniper. Squiddy and QSN trade off 3v3. Don't know what. I'm guessing the comms are off for Montclair. Tryhard really wants that A.
Yeah, they're moving slow here. I think this is what the third row, or apparently the B bomb site is a recipe here for the win on this map. Must be a little bit easier to approach.
QSN picks up the bomb. Both teams in a stalemate right now. Nobody's moving. Stallion's got eyes on Swazzy. Swazzy tries to wrap around.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to dial it back, and they're swinging this bomb back over to the A site now.
Let's see what Tryhard can do with this M82.
Yeah, whiffed.
He's got sights on him, but he missed. Stallion takes out Swazzy in the meantime. QSN playing at A. Let's see if Tryhard can get this snipe off. No, he can't.
Yeah, that's a shot that
three
you had
Rams
to make.
are down. It's 1v1. Muskrats get it. They get the plant and the kills.
Yeah, I think I know that starts off with the whip on the sniper shot there. I mean, he had a day and a half to sight him up. Like, I don't even think that he was recognized up there until that shot went off.
You need to make those shots.
Yeah, if you're gonna play that role, you certainly can't whiff with opportunities presented, stuff like that. Especially if that was the bomb carrier too.
All right, here we go. Squiddy picking up the bomb for the Rams. Another B push. Doesn't look like anybody goes A. This should be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, full send. Both directions here. Yeah, I think, Sinatra there had the opera is kind of just lurking in that, in the general direction just to try to peek, leaving himself in a position where he can peek towards A to make sure that
the great ninja just swoops in there, and Utica just steals it from him.
Yeah, took that long for me to explain, what Sasuke was doing for the round to end. Okay.
All right, let's see if Utica can capitalize. They got a plant. QSN picks it up. Looking to be another B push.
It looks like
hold on.
towards the A side here.
Hold on. They make a right-hand turn. You've got Squiddy and Tryhard watching B. Like, where is everybody at?
Yeah, they're gonna find themselves in a position that's not gonna make them very happy, as you can tell here, down to a one on 3 now.
1v3, yeah. Sinatra trying to make something. Nope.
Yeah, credit to the Rams there.
Rams capitalized.
Yeah, they recognized what was going on, and they, got themselves in a position where they set all 4 of them caught out in the middle of the street, getting fired on from multiple angles. So, yeah, great recognition by the Rams there.
All right, now the momentum's on the Rams.
Very bold choice by the Muskrats there to just go up Main Street there.
You can see the strategy now. Rams not taking Main Street.
They might find themselves very happy with this one because the entire Utica team sitting there at the B-bomb site, and the entire Rams team now just going to walk right into the A-bomb site.
When do they say, "Oh, where's the enemy team"?
They got Sinatra's.
Look at the Muskrats. They're relaxing. And the Rams are just going to sweep in and plant at look. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Let's see what Utica does now. The time is ticking. They've got 30 seconds.
Flag there. It's down to a 3-on-4 now.
Time's ticking though. 25 seconds. Look at Tryhard. Tryhard is still whiffing. Come on, baby. 15 seconds. Still, it's now 2v2. 2v1.
Sasuke's defusing
Utica's defusing. Not enough time.
Wow, what a great execution there by the Rams.
Wow.
Hey, I think that's one of those times where you just kind of guess. I think it's the first time that there was a full commitment to an A-bomb site by either team, and they just caught the Muskrats with their pants down there.
All of the stars aligned there when all of Utica went B and all of Montclair went A. Wow. So it's. The Montclair needs a good defense here.
Yeah, let's see bad, man.
Let's see what. Yeah, feels bad. Let's see what young Sinatra can do with his bomb. Good night, Sasuke. Sinatra's there waiting. He almost got clipped himself. Swazzy's right, got his cover. The comms are starting to come in now. Muskrats look like they might be trying to change their position, but Montclair's got this held down. Swazzy is all over the place. He doesn't know if to go left or right. Stallion, cool as a cucumber.
So why try so hard should have the information that he needs to let the rest of his team know that it's definitely going to be at the B-bomb site.
Oh yeah.
He's pushed all the way back through into their spawn, hasn't found anybody yet.
Stallion should be calling this out now. QSN takes him out.
Yeah, now he's in a prime position here. He's got to hit his shots now.
Look at QSN. He's wrapping around. He sees the light at the end of the tunnel. Utica's got a 3v1 right now. They're going to plant it A. They're planting. Try hard, trying to go long distance with that Diamatti.
My boy Wide tries so hard needs to take his gun to the gunsmith, man. Like, get them sights checked. All right, they're fine now.
Nope.
He finally hit a shot there, like, but he whiffed on a couple another just layup shots. Like he really needs to start getting in and helping his team. He's gonna have to start hitting them shots if he's gonna play that sniper role.
It wasn't good enough. If you're gonna hit that shot, you better hit him in the dome. That was a shoulder shot, but Sinatra brushed it off like it was nothing. All right, here we go.
Right, I think
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking that, in this instance, I'd probably be taking the Pellington over that. If you got to hit him in the head anyway, it's just easier to operate with that, with the Pellington in that situation. But that's just my personal preference, though.
All right, we got QSN watching A, but you also got Tryhard watching A. So it's essentially a 3v3 at B. Everyone's kind of stalemated, scoping everybody out. Sasuke doing his ninja thing. Look at him go. Squiddy with that bomb, playing very defensively. His teammates peeking, giving him the info. QSN and Tryhard both stalemated at A. This should be interesting. They're running out of time. They only got 28 seconds now. Flashes out. This would be a good time for that smoke grenade.
Yeah. Great call out,
smokes.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen enough of them, and especially
we haven't seen it yet this match.
I know. Especially in a map like this, man, where there's quite a bit of space to work with. Bomb's about to go down.
Yeah, Montclair playing. QSN trying to make his way around. It wasn't enough time.
Utica brings it back to tie it up.
Montclair just took too much time there to try and set up and do what they wanted to do. We got a tie game. Look at it. Look at this Division 4. Division 4 matchup putting on the show.
Yeah, it's been quite an exciting match here.
Here we go. Young Sinatra takes the bomb. They're heading B. We got both teams heading B now. Nobody going A. Let's see what Sinatra can do. Dimensions, peeking right. Tryhard just busting through there. Not good enough. Sasuke says dome. Sinatra's got the eye on squids. See if you can make something happen here. Sasuke being ninja-like. Look at him go. Takes out Squiddy. It's a 2v3 in favor of the Muskrats. No, 2v4, I'm sorry. Let's see what Dimensions and Rocky can do with this. Rocky still the MVP of the Montclair Rams. 10-4 on a 3-kill streak.
Yeah, without a doubt, and an objective too.
Utica running out of time. They got a plant. Looks like they're set up. See if they can pull it off. They're playing. Dimensions peaked. He got caught. Rocky trying to wrap around. Let's see if he's got enough time to pull this off.
Yeah, and I believe that's Utica's first lead of the game.
That is Utica's first lead. Look at Sasuke here. Good play. Good play by Sasuke here.
Yeah, indeed. Now they're finding their position here. They just need this one last round to win the game. So let's see if they're able to buckle it up and close it out. And, this very highly contested entire series.
Montclair is going to have to earn this one. They need to win this. Squiddy picking up the bomb. Looks like they're going to do another A push. QSN is there waiting, so hopefully he gets the comms out. Everybody else from Utica went B. Let's see what Squiddy can do. He's playing the low ground. Here's where a smoke. He's going wide right. Gonna go swimming. QSN's he's got eyes on him. Hopefully he's making the call out.
I don't think he's seen any of them.
Nope. Squiddy's gonna walk right up there and start planting.
He might be in a good position here to step out. After the bomb goes down.
Yep. Now he sees him.
Yeah, Squiddy has no idea. But he will.
Sees him. That's all right. It doesn't matter. He got him anyway.
Yeah, Squiddy never found him.
Now Utica's wrapping around. Look at Sasuke being all ninja-like. Coming around the back end.
Yeah, they got him surrounded here.
Takes him out. Swazzy takes out Dimensions. Montclair's got 15 seconds to make something happen here. They're dropping like flies.
Well, now, why try so hard? If it's time for you to do anything, it's right now. There we go.
He almost got him. He almost got it off.
Wow.
Well done.
So, after, hey, my apology goes out to my man. Why try so hard? Maybe he just needed a little umph for me there, to get him going. But yeah, I mean, he stepped up there and, got that W for his team when he was the last person alive with, 4 remaining Muskrats. So hats off to him for, stepping up when his team really needed
round 11.
A clutch or kill situation.
Oh, it's kick. Clutch or kick.
Clutch or kick. Oh, my goodness. Kick me out of here. Get me out of here.
Yeah, it's like, we don't want you on our team if you can't clutches. It's Valorant terminology.
Now look at the Rams move in there like that. QSN watching A. It's essentially a 4v3 on the bomb site. Let's see. Rocky with the first blood takes out Sasuke. Dimensions with a flashbang. Just like that. It's 1v4.
What's up to Martunia, old Marty boy?
Oh, QSN Marty boy trying to make something happen. Clutch or kick situation.
Yeah, clutch or L. It's gonna be a tall task for him, though. This is not an easy take, but
hang on.
He's down to 2 feet.
Hang on. 20 seconds remain. Wrapping around the outside. Rams don't know where he's coming from yet. He's not looking. He is not looking. Dimensions is there. Montclair.
What a great match.
Montclair takes home the victory.
Yeah, I couldn't have thought we couldn't have drew it up any better for the way that this one ended here in a 5 or 6-5 win. For the Montclair Rams.
Wow.
They split between the 2 divisions, but great showing by both teams here.
Yeah, without a doubt. It went the distance, as they say, all the way till the end. Good matchup by both teams, but the Rams ultimately took it.
Yeah, and I think my player of the whole series there was good old Stallion Rocky. Really, put the team on his back in many situations, and he was just unbelievable. Outfragged, everybody in almost all the matches. So, he really showed up and came to play today. And I'm gonna give my play of that series to my boy. Why try so hard for clutching that up there at the second to the last round? I gotta give him credit where credit was due. Whiffed a couple of pretty easy shots, in my opinion there, during the match. But, ultimately, whenever it came down to just him and he needed to step up for his team, he was able to get it done. So, great job.
Yeah, again, situational awareness. we had a little bit of fun with Try Hard for a little bit of that series, but at the end of the day, he swooped in there and ultimately put them in position to win, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, he didn't have a moment to spare either. So, he picked up that first frag, moved right in there, got the second one for the guy that was defusing the bomb. So, yeah, congratulations to both organizations tonight. Be each respectively coming out with a win. For their teams, and I had a lot of fun tonight. So, yeah, good games, great games.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, that was a ton of fun. And the Montclair Ram organization has got some Call of Duty players on their rosters. They took D1, D2, and D4.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you see Stallion Rocky out there playing like at least D2 player for most of that series. I don't know what they're feeding those guys over in Montclair, but keep them on that same diet because they looked a little hungry tonight.
Absolutely, Rocky, definitely the MVP and my MVP pick for that series, dropping multiple 40 bombs on the hard point maps.
Yeah, unreal.
Not something you see too often, but we saw it here tonight a couple of times.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't, like I said, coming down in a 5-on-5 match with the one remaining round to settle the whole situation. I mean, you can't draw it up any better than that. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was great, joining alongside you and Caston for most of the night here.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. The chat was popping at over 100, 120 at multiple points. So tons of esport company love. But it don't stop here tonight. We got games all throughout the weekend, don't we? We got some matches tomorrow.
Yeah, in fact, I'll be back up on this horn tomorrow. Casting Valorant matches. So if you guys would like to see what that's all about, me and my boy Astro be at the helm here. I think we have two new teams. Let me see. I actually know who's playing. I know we'll get our first look at the Harrisburg Armada team tomorrow. For the Valorant match, and they are going to be playing against.
I believe it's Utica, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, it is. So
we'll get see Utica.
We'll get to see what Utica's Valorant teams got going on there, and so I'm pretty excited. It's a little bit more in my wheelhouse, but I'll get better at the Call of Duty situation here as we progress throughout the season. So, but yeah. It should be a good time tomorrow. They'll play best of 3. It's just one match, though, because if you don't know, I mean, a Valorant match can take about an hour or so, depending on how long it goes.
Yeah, and on Sunday we've got the Rainbow Six Siege, and on multiple platforms. On PC we've got the Allentown Liberty taking on the Harrisburg Armada, and on Xbox Division 1, Johnstown taking on Erie Isles. That's Rainbow Six Siege on Sunday. Right here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Same place. Make sure you have those notifications on, so when we go live, I think we go live a little early, do a little pre-show, get you guys set up, and then we go live with the action at 7.
Oh yeah, and then if you're just count your clock by tech days to CDL, I mean you're only a couple days away from Division 1, if I'm not mistaken, right? That happens on Mondays.
Oh yeah, Monday night, baby. We're back to Division 1.
My mic is live, so we are good. I fixed it. So, but you guys did a great job. Both of our casters tonight, great games. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but of course it's still week 1 here at the Sport Company. Production value and quality will be getting better and better as we have more segments, player spotlight as well, and also some post-game interviews as we get on with this season, along with stats, and so that way you kind of go into the games knowing who's who and who's the best of the best into the match, and who's also who to watch out for. So That will be starting up here next week as the stats start rolling in. Again, tomorrow's Valorant. Sunday is Rainbow Six Siege. And I think we're good. The great matchups. First of all,
All
we got
right.
to round
Yeah.
11. I think they only happened once or twice last season. So it's very rare that we went to Game 5, Round 11. So those teams played wonderful, entertaining game throughout. And I think that is it for us here. And we're going to raid somebody in our community. His name is Four. He's a long time guy. He's always in the public chat. So we're going to raid him. And then we'll be done.
GG's, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Great job, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Yep.